morning, y'all. Good morning. It is Tuesday, the 30th of July. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. As always, you have amazing hosts. I'm one of them, my own royalty.
It's your girl Justine representing the black queens in the fitness scene. How you mean? Emmanuel, why are you laughing?
Period.
The energy in it.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer, news analyst, melanin jam-packed.
Queen of BOE is in the building.
Oh.
I'm still tired.
Yeah, I'm like that. When I have busy weekends, I can't have back-to-back weekends of doing things. It just drains me.
It is the worst thing though.
It takes
That's
out
what's
day.
happened. That's what's happened.
Do you ever get anxiety when you look at your week or your weekend and
That happened to me
know
last-
that like
No, do you know, I get tired in advance. Like, I physically feel like I can't. I'm not going to make it.
Since my sisters, since I've been.
Oh, yeah, that's been ongoing. That was the Rights Brother play.
Yeah, since then.
Yeah, man. And August is busy as well, actually.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
ooh, child.
Brent, how are you, sir?
I am blessed and highly favored. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Love that.
Good morning, everybody in the chat. Good
Morning,
morning, Antonia. Good morning, T. Good morning, Babiel. Good morning, S. Breesley. Good morning, GMD. Good morning, Defina. Good morning, TJ. Good morning, DCF Mooks. Good morning, Abby. Good morning, Timmy. Good morning, Black Rob. Good morning, Chijoke. Good morning, Vaughn. Good morning, Paul Wall. Ian B. Sarah. I think it's Sarah, to be honest. But, you know. Good morning, Izzy Bambino. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. I apologize for the tardiness. My fault. It won't be the same tomorrow.
Did you watch... Did you guys watch Real Housewives? No, it's not. Sorry, no, you two. Sorry.
No.
My head did move to
Anything
girls.
to Real House.
No, oh, there was a song by a girl called Kim, white girl. No, she had a song called "Don't Be Tardy Don't Be Tardy for the Party." Do you remember that?
Yeah.
A mess. And I'm going to talk about what's it called, Real Housewives later on. So I'm very excited about it.
No.
I'm so happy, Gina, because I haven't watched it in years.
I don't know anything about her, but I
She is
just,
the
I
best,
just
man.
saw her, the
Oh, she's-
picture of her
I thought you
coming off the
casted her
plane.
Yeah, but she's officially come back. I'm really excited about that, but we'll talk about that in Word and Road. How are you guys doing? How's everyone doing?
All good.
Very quiet in this room today, boy.
Tired.
Definitely tired.
Okay, well,
How are you, Esther?
I'm good. I'm feeling very blessed this week. Thank you very much.
Energetic?
Do you know what? Yeah, actually. Yeah, I didn't sleep properly the last 2 weeks. Then obviously I was busy as well. It was just the whole thing. But I've actually had good, decent, not the best, but decent sleep this week. Yeah,
You
actually.
look like
Yeah.
you want to say something. You were about to say something.
Yeah, because I just realized what's happening in 3 days.
It's my birthday. I'm stepping into the last year of my 20s. I can't believe I'm here.
You're such a baby.
I'm such a baby.
Literally. You're
How did
actually
you feel
a baby.
that?
You're actually a baby girl.
I
love that
Thank
for
you.
You are.
Thank you very much. I try to tell people.
No,
They don't want to listen to me. I'm a baby girl.
You are a baby girl.
I'm actually a baby girl.
And embrace it, man.
Oh,
Honestly,
thank you,
'cause
Gina.
see when you pass, you see when the clock and you pass,
Yeah, the third
It's-
floor. Ciao.
and then you'll be
So you're the
looking,
second.
you'll be looking back,
Yes.
Okay.
and be like,
Oh, you're the sixth?
Yeah.
No way.
So you're August as well?
Yeah.
Why are you looking at that?
do you know, can I
She's
quickly
lying.
ask you something? This is so weird, but like, you know when I was younger, yeah. Was you always upset that your birthday was like in the
Yes.
summer holidays?
Yes.
No, because
Yes.
you never get to celebrate with your school
No,
friends,
I
right?
never do.
Yeah, no.
If I want to, I've got it celebrated the last day of term. Flipping July, something. That's like 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
I was
It's
always annoyed.
It's so random that I just remembered that.
No,
but it's
Gina?
because obviously I'm June, so I was fine, yeah. But I did used to think like, you know, when people have birthdays in the summertime, I'm like, who's celebrating with you? 'Cause
Nobody.
We are.
That's
No,
who.
Obviously not about adults, obviously.
But
we can do
exactly, so
whatever.
being
I'm
an
not-
adult is when I get to really enjoy it. But as a kid, oh, that used to piss me off. I used to be so mad about that.
I was right. I was just happy that it was the summer holidays for me.
Oh, no.
Really?
Yeah. I was
No,
seeing
but
my friends
summer-
regardless.
my
So
See, I was
summer
greedy.
holidays,
I wanted some holidays
You go to
and-
Ghana the second day. You go to Ghana the second day of the holiday and you arrive just before
Just
you go
before school.
back when you've got braids.
It's so funny because that was my life, but the reverse. Because I went to school in Nigeria, so I would either miss the last day of term or whatever it was. But I would as soon as summer holiday, I'm here. So there was that part where it's like I'm celebrating my birthday. Obviously, my mum, but I was like, sometimes I just want my friends, man. But as an adult now, but now I'm an adult and I don't want to do anything for my birthday. So it's
You're obviously going away.
no, you know,
You.
not this year. I know
A whole you.
a whole me.
You're
But
not
next
go- you're
year,
not
I
going
guess
to-
I'm gonna have to
You're
go.
not going to defrost.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I think my time away. I think I'm glad I'm entering my birthday in a good space. Because
did
otherwise, I wouldn't want anyone to say anything to my birthday. If I was feeling how I was feeling like 2 months ago, close to my birthday, don't you dare even acknowledge the day kind of thing. But no, this year I didn't really feel the urge to go away.
Fair enough.
So I'm not.
No, I'm definitely.
Where you going?
I mean,
She's Nigerian, she's not going to say. What do you think this is?
Sorry.
Do you know? Are you a learner? Come on.
Sorry. I didn't say when are you going. I just said where.
She said her birthday already. Stay woke. Stay woke, people. But I am looking forward to like entering my last year of my 20s. I feel like it's gonna be I feel like every year so far, the past 2-3 years of my life, have been gearing me up for like this last year and into my 30s. So like you said, I'm gonna be a baby girl at 40.
What I would do to go back to being like 29.
Gina, how old are you? You're so dramatic.
Yeah,
you're like you're 45.
Yeah, Gina, I need Gina.
Girl, it was the other day.
I need Gina to stop doing this.
Are you joking? Me that I get
Are you
called. I
33?
got told I'm a fossil fuel. Stop it. I got called a fossil fuel the other day.
Imagine.
Was it your sister that called you that?
No, but
Tell us about that.
someone around her age though. So
A fossil fuel is rude
no, literally,
as heck.
literally.
Even.
No, I would give to be. Esther, I'm 35. You know this. What are you
No,
talking about?
I promise you I did not. I promise you I did not. But also, because I feel like sometimes when you think about back to an age, like, do you think about where you were at that age?
Yeah, I do.
And do you really want to go back there?
No, I wouldn't. No.
I don't want to go back.
Hell no.
I'm happy to be here.
Hell to the no.
No.
You know what? I knew what I was going through them times there.
No, but I
Don't
mean,
take me back.
maybe I'm just talking about now.
Okay, yeah.
Basically, not like I wish I had more time, yeah, but.
Do you know, by the grace of
I
God, you
know-
have all the time.
No, but do you know
I
what
know
it
what-
is?
no, I know what you mean,
It's
though.
so funny because like my little cousin came to my house the other day and I just thought, why do you always do this? So he's like, what, 40th, yeah, soon? And I was like, are you rude? He goes, no, but that's like the next milestone, isn't it? And I was like,
Do you know what's so
it is,
funny?
to be fair.
My sister does the same thing. She posted on her Instagram the other day on a story, and the post said, "At least I'm not turning 30 next year." I messaged her. I said, "Is everything all right with you?" She was like, "Oh, happy Monday." I said, "Girl, right." I get age shit all the time. She's like, "You're actually gonna be 30." Like, yeah. But I'm gonna be a baby girl always.
100%.
I'm a 60 and a baby girl.
The thing is,
Brunching.
I know that like, I don't, not like I don't act my age, but you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I know that I'm still quite youthful.
You're very youthful.
So I'm not bothered, but I just find it funny when those around me always like,
Make you feel older.
and then it's always
Yeah.
like, what, no kids? And then it starts, and I'm like, yeah, here we
Yeah,
go.
that's- yeah.
Here we go again.
I think that's the thing. I feel like every year I grow older. You know them prayers that disguised as them. You know them prayers.
Mm-hmm.
The aunties and
Direct.
whatnot. I don't know what I mean. They start so well. They'll be like, "Oh, happy birthday! May God bless you." And you will meet a husband.
Yeah,
And you will have a child.
this time next year,
Ma'am.
this time next year. It's always this time
This
next
time
year.
next year.
This time next year is here.
This time next
Auntie,
year.
this time next year is here.
Every year.
Please.
Literally.
No, I blame, for me, COVID is what pained me.
Oh, because
yeah.
it took 2 years.
Literally.
Technically, I'm still in my junior
No,
age.
because realistically, I should not be the age I
heard that
am
for the first
because of
couple of days.
COVID.
I didn't know
No,
that was a thing.
COVID took the piss.
What? You didn't?
It took too much. No,
Someone else didn't know that.
I felt that
thought
2
it was common
years.
knowledge.
Did you know Jesus here was 33?
33.
Jesus what?
Like people
Jesus-
say Jesus here
Is
when they turn
Jesus died at
33.
33?
Yeah, that fair free.
So I know that it's
I never
not
heard
people.
Jesus,
Because
yeah.
a lot
When
of
people turn 33,
I
they
say
say
it's
like, "Oh,
it's a Jesus.
my
year.
Jesus here."
Oh, I've never heard of that before.
Someone said it the other day, and I
I've
said,
actually never heard that before though. Obviously, I
never heard
know
it.
the reference, obviously, if I
Yeah.
hear it, but
I say it all the
I've
time.
never heard it before.
Like I've
Yeah.
heard it all the time.
No,
Because I read in someone's caption the other day. I said, "What age is that?" I said, "Oh, that's new.
Yeah, I never heard
I
that
never
before.
heard that." But I feel like it's always women that do these things like, "Oh, 25, girl." I did a 25. Can't lie, but I don't know what is that 25.
What did I write? Let me go check. 35. 35 was mine. Don't
Wait,
worry,
what?
guys.
We love it.
5.
35.
Oh, okay.
That's mine.
We love a rhyming words.
35.
My
That
friend,
was
just happy
that was
birthday, blow the
definitely
candle
me.
and get out.
did 30 fine.
I did a 25.
35.
I did a 25. But them days are gone now. It's old. Old is passed away. Anyways, but yeah.
This is well.
It's, amen. Amen. That's a word. All right, let's get into our headlines for today.
All right, people. So our first headline is an update of a headline we relayed yesterday, and this is about Tommy Robinson. So a High Court judge has issued an arrest warrant for the far-right activist Tommy Robinson after he left the UK last night failed to appear at a hearing in an alleged contempt of court case. So Mr. Justice Johnson said that he would issue the warrant, but ordered for it not to be carried out until early October, to allow Robinson time to indicate that he would attend the next hearing voluntarily, or to apply to set aside the warrant. Robinson, whose real name is Stephen Yaxley Lennon, was due to appear at the Royal Courts of Justice on Monday, but did not attend and was not represented. The Solicitor General launched legal action against Robinson in June after alleged breach of a court order after he lost a libel battle in 2021. But Adam Pater, representing the Solicitor General at the hearing, said that Robinson had been part of a large demonstration in central London on Saturday, which featured the showing of a film that was central to his application and showed a flagrant and admitted breach of the court order. He added that Robinson is not within the jurisdiction of the UK and had returned to the UK with the purpose of publishing the film before leaving the country again to put himself beyond the reach of this country's jurisdiction. Next headline, trigger warning on this one. In fact, the next two headlines, big trigger warnings. Next one, 2 children have died following a frenzied knife attack at a Taylor Swift themed dance event in Southport.
What?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
Listen, I was listening. That was not
mad.
listening. I saw the video where the police officer was like doing like when they give like the official.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't believe what I was listening to.
As in London. As in
No,
UK,
like-
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Southport, yeah.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
When I read that, I was like,
That's wild.
Speaking at a press conference, I think this is the one you're talking about, Chief Constable Serena Kennedy said that 2 children were killed in a ferocious attack. She added that 9 others were injured, including 6 left in a critical condition. In addition, 2 adults are also in critical condition, and all injuries were as a result of stab wounds. Sad, man.
That's horrible, man.
And our last headline, update on the news that obviously we were made aware of, I believe, was it early this year or in the last year? And it's about the former BBC News presenter, Huw Edwards.
You know.
I was about to say.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
I was about to say who they are, but I thought
No. It's sad.
It is.
And he's like the highest.
It's
paying,
creepy.
He's the highest paying BBC.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah.
So wait,
Is
he
it
got to
still
announce.
is?
Well, he was.
Yeah, it still is.
Yeah.
He got to announce the Queen's death when this is what he's doing. To be fair, they got Philip. What's his name? Is it Andrew?
for it.
Which one is it?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
Andrew.
Andrew, yeah.
Poor
how
Philip
come
died.
it's only just come now? Because
How come
obviously he resigned, you know?
Yeah, he
They
did.
tried,
but
they
then
tried
he-
to make, they tried to cover it up, innit?
Yeah, they tried to be quiet, hush about
To
it.
try to say
But
he's
he
got
had-
mental health and all that stuff.
Yeah, but
I
then he
remember
left.
when you guys reported it, because I was like,
Yeah.
and the charges only just
Yeah,
come now.
yesterday.
But he'd left. But then for the Queen's one, like, I guess it's because he's the oldest BBC guy. That's why he had to come back to do it.
Also, he left before the thingy.
I'm sure he did because I didn't see him on the news, and it was a whole thing because he came back. That's why when people were conspiring, I love that word. When people were conspiring on the
So
internet,
dumb. How can you pause and be like?
no, because you know when pastors are like, and they will conspire. And I love it. But yeah, when people were like, part of the things the science people were kind of talking about online was that he had come back.
Oh, wow.
Because that one of the things was like the oldest person or something like that is on BBC would be the one to announce it.
Wow. Well, let me give you guys the information. Like I said,
Send by
trigger
send.
warning, guys. So this is according to the Met Police, right? The former BBC News presenter Huw Edwards has been charged with 3 counts of making indecent images of children,
Sick.
involving 37 images shared on WhatsApp between December 2020 and April 2022. The charges include 6 Category A images, the most serious classification of indecent images. That's Category A, as well as 12 Category B pictures and 19 Category C photographs, as he's due to appear in court in London on Wednesday tomorrow. Edwards, who left the BBC in April after being one of the corporation's most prominent news anchors, could face a significant prison sentence if convicted,
If
as making indecent images can carry severe legal consequences, including potential imprisonment for several years. Yesterday, when this first came out, yeah, I heard that he may only get like 6 months.
Why?
Yeah, that's what I read.
But that's how this country is, though. Because if you got a little bit of weed on you, you're probably in there for 5 years. That's actually how
Imagine.
when it comes to that, like, yeah,
I
sexual
feel like-
assault, that stuff, yeah.
these kind of
You do half the time.
Mad.
offences get so little time.
Very little time. Like,
Disgusting.
It's ridiculous.
yeah, they get very little time. So I think for graping, it's like 4 years, something like that. But then you do 2. Because remember, they half it. So he's going to go in there for 3 months. Come out on Christmas Day or something.
and still have all
They'd
the
have
money
to come.
made
They'd have
from
to release them
BBC.
by Christmas. Spending Christmas. You shouldn't get to spend Christmas with your kids. You should not get that luxury.
At all.
You should come at the worst time of the season. Dead winter. February, bring them out. Never. Post Valentine's Day.
These people are all
That's
mad.
very sick. I wonder if he's got kids. People like that. I'm always like, that's mad.
Yeah. I think he's got 2 boys or something like that. Yeah, because I remember his wife was making a statement talking about,
She not support him.
Time.
Can I be honest?
Yes, she did not.
She probably. I always feel like,
Yeah, I remember. Yes.
I always feel like,
I
you see
remember.
when stuff like that happens, yeah. Those really like, like your partner
They
and
know.
stuff, yeah. They know something.
They know.
Like they might find. Do you know what I mean?
Because you know what
She's caught you doing something mad before.
But you know what's mad as well? You find out they don't leave their children around him. Because
they
they
find
know.
them.
Yeah, some do that.
Because
Yeah.
they know.
Yeah.
Like I've read stories of people that they knew what the partner was doing, but they would never leave the kids around the partner. Wait, why are you with them? That's so sickening.
Do you think it's a sickness though? Like let's on a level, let's think about it,
Yeah.
Do you actually like? There has to be some sort of chemical.
It's demon possession.
It has to be something because that's.
Yeah.
I always. Do you know what I mean?
It's demons.
I'm not giving in that to them.
No.
But
I'm
you know
not,
what it is, though,
I'm
but
not excusing the behavior. I'm
No,
just
no,
saying, like,
I know what you
where's
mean.
it come from?
like,
know
where
what you
does it
mean.
like for you to wake up
Yeah.
as a normal human being and in the
But they're not
society
normal.
that we're in,
It's
and
an actual
and you
sickness.
have children.
Yeah.
Like, oh my day, sorry, trigger warning, right? So there's this video on TikTok and it's a Ghanaian and it's in Tree. That's why I've never sent it because there's no point, yeah? So there's a woman who talks about, it's like a stitch. And basically, the guy is openly admitting on like a radio station, in Ghana that basically he used to like sleep with like a 13-year-old like girl and started grooming her. So he was a teacher and he used to like sleep with her and stuff. And he was just basically like making jokes about how like karma's coming back because obviously he's got a daughter now and he's noticing that his daughter, he's noticing that his daughter's teacher, his daughter and her teacher are getting a bit close. But like, and he was like, oh, his friends would be like, but how old was so when you started like sleeping with her? And he was like, oh yeah, she was 30. Like,
So he's not doing anything to prevent the child.
No, he's just openly talking about it.
Like,
yeah?
that's his karma, so he's got to deal with that.
The woman who's watching this video, and she's obviously a mum, and she's just like, it's so annoying that he can openly on national radio just talk about how he's basically a paedophile, and no one's saying anything. Like no one's batting an eyelid, and she was just basically saying how like back home like it's normal. There's loads of like young schoolgirls who like were like raped and molested by like their teachers or like people in high positions of power, and we're like kind of told you can't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? All that kind of stuff, and it's so normal, but they get away with it because now. And she's like, Ghanaians love to hide behind religion. The moment a person says, "Oh, I'm born again," it means okay, we can't.
You gotta
condemn
forgive it.
you. Yeah, we can forgive you. But it's like there's no remorse because you're sitting here laughing, talking about how
Gisting about it like it's casual.
literally.
Like, here's
even,
my
even
karma.
when I watched the video, I was getting so like.
Or they say,
Sick.
what do the girls do? It's the girls.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
The
like,
really
onus
just
on the girls.
Yeah,
And
but
yeah.
I just thought, wait, this is. It's like
Sick.
us in a room, you know, like they're literally on a radio station, and he's just talking casually, like
because I didn't know that even Ghana was that because I always feel that about Nigeria. Like Nigeria is such a predator apologist nation. Is disgusting. Like there was even a thread not long ago, and girls were talking about like in university and how their lecturers are doing this. Like it was like the thread was mad. It's so common, and it's that religion thing, and it's also that. You know, we keep things in the family. You don't like something like you're protecting the predator and their shame more than the person has been like the child has been violated, the person has been violated, and that's what I'm very against when the way little girls are policed. When it's like, oh, don't wear this and don't wear that.
That's what it's
because what it means is that the
that's what it
men that
was.
they're around, you do not trust those men. So what needs to happen is that you remove those men from the vicinity of your children, not police your children and how they dress and whatnot, because of that. And like I understand that, of course. You're in a world where sometimes you can't always protect your children, blah, blah, blah. But I just think that that narrative and that culture is just so backwards in thinking. It's crazy, but it's mad.
You were right, sorry, because she was saying how like in Ghana, like whenever anything happens, like if a woman is like violated, it's always why was you wearing that? Or
Yes.
like you're wearing a short skirt. Why are you dressed in a provocative way to like encourage them to lust over you and all that? Like that's literally all it is, yeah. And it's interesting because even me, it's like whenever I go back home, yeah, and like I see obviously I adjust how I dress in it. The same way I dress over here, I dress over there. It's even worse because it's very hot.
Yeah.
So I will literally wear shorts and just go back. And my aunt's always like, oh, is that how you're going out? And I'm like, yeah, because it's hot. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, or you'll be walking, people will be staring at you. And I'm like, you're in a country full of bum. I'm not the first bum that you've seen. Like,
but you know what?
The
That's
watch
such a
seller
real
down the
thing.
road has bum. So
Not
why
the
you
watch-
so
not the watch
the watch
seller.
seller down the road has bum and then some.
But you know what? That's such a real thing because even as an adult, like I only got comfortable like wearing shorts. Like even me wearing shorts today is a big deal for me. Like I never used to be like that. When I would go back to Nigeria as well, like I wouldn't want to wear a certain thing and like it's a whole because it really does it stays etched in your brain and how it is that you dress and stuff like that. It's proper mad. It's very, very wild.
My
It's
uncle
very
used to
wild.
say, why you always wearing backless? I'm thinking, are you right?
My back is hot.
It's hot.
And that's what I find funny because I'll be seeing hella bellies in Nigeria, child.
And you know what, yeah?
Hella man titties.
Growing up here, I've been at loads of family functions and parties, yeah, where you witness and you hear how the uncles are talking to the young girls.
Oh my gosh, you've grown so much. Oh, you're even growing breasts. You're
Like,
it's
literally,
sick.
I've seen
It's
it,
sick.
how they perv on the young girls, and then
sick.
it's like, oh, like you've really grown.
Wow, you're a big girl now. You're really mature. Yeah.
Like, and it comes across very sleek. Like you can see it.
It's
like
sickening.
I've witnessed it. You know what I'm. Yeah, man. Sorry, it's a lot.
It's sick. It's a lot.
It
It's
is
a lot. It's a lot. It's very, very overwhelming.
It is a lot.
I was going to ask you, because you mentioned a thing about when they like protect the predator.
Yeah.
What do you think about the idea if they say the reason why we don't want to say anything is because it then exposes the victim, as in their child?
No.
Everyone
They're not
knows
thinking
about
the
it.
child.
No,
I don't
they're
think
not
it's
they're
that,
not thinking
man.
about. But you know what it is as
They're
well.
thinking more about their shame.
It's
But you know what
saving
it is as well?
face.
You can
know what
also
Africans are like
but also you can protect the child without
exposing
whilst exposing the predator. There's an actor, there's a Nollywood actor, and there was another Nollywood actress that had to expose him. Do you remember the situation?
I remember it was.
And it's a thing that's been going on for years.
Yeah.
And she basically she don't have children, so like the neighborhood kids are like her kids and whatever, and she always takes care of them. And then she found out that he did something he violated one of the children. She put him on blast.
Yep.
No one. I'm not looking for the details of the child. I'm not looking for that. I'm not asking for the story. I'm not asking to go and meet the child and ask for the story of the child. She was like, I'm going to protect the child, but you. She exposed him. Unfortunately,
other people start
protecting
coming out and saying
predators.
stuff.
Yeah. Unfortunately, protecting predators just lets them hide it. That's it's nothing to do with the victim.
Do you know
Because
what
do you know what it
is
is as well? Because even with victims, yeah, like if they like with victims and being quiet and stuff like that, if they know that this predator has been that is exposed and whatever, it makes them feel better. Like, okay, everyone is shaming them, and it's almost like everyone's gonna got your back. But when you're hiding, you say, "No, don't say because of this, because of that, because of that." Nah, they need to be exposed. I am so pro shaming predators. You shout it from the rooftop. There's a girl, I remember I saw a tweet, yeah, and she was talking about, I think she's African, and she's talking about how basically there's someone that's a known predator in the family. He did something, and everyone's trying to be quiet. She said everywhere she goes, whenever they're invited, she's like, "Hey, pedophile."
Yeah.
She said she makes it clear. She's like, she makes it clear every family function. She's like, as long as people keep inviting him, I'm gonna keep announcing what he's done. And then he stopped coming around.
Good.
And she was like, it's a thing where as well, like her brother's back to her, family back to her. So it's not a thing where he can ever like do anything to her, like try and insult her, anything like that. She said anywhere she goes, she'd be like, hey, hi, pedophile. Hi, like she would make it known because they have to be ostracized from society. You don't get to do that and harm people and leave effects in their lives forever and then just wander the road, like wander the streets, wander in family events as if nothing happens. This poor person is going to be at family functions feeling uncomfortable because you who violated them is there. Nope, put them on blast. Put them on blast every single. You better not let me find you being a predator. I think you're on blast.
I think a lot of it
Got time.
is shame. I think Africans are very prideful and honor
What do other people think about us?
Yeah, exactly. You see that what other people think?
Care way too much
What other people
about
think?
that.
But listen,
Oh,
other
God.
people that you're worrying about, they've got their own shit too.
Yeah.
They've got their own dirt too. Africans love what will people say.
That's why they let things slide, and it's bad
Oh.
because they don't realize that it actually causes a lot more harm.
Yes.
Because as a child, if that was me, I'd hate my family growing up.
Word.
Like I would hate you lot growing up.
Word.
Because you literally silenced me and basically let it be known that what happened to me was okay.
Wasn't that, yeah?
And still let the person around. It's mad.
No.
And I think that's the thing. Like imagine, like, nah, man, shame them every single time, every damn time. And saying that someone just did it once is nope. That spirit that's thinking in you is gonna make you do it more times. But I do feel that predators get protected on a mad. It's weird, you know. is so crazy. But like at all levels, whether it's like a really, really poor family, working class family, all the way to flipping Huw, what's his name? Huw Edwards.
Yeah.
It's mad. Even like Philip Schofield. Look how long it took for us to find that. Look how long people knew for years that he was with this, allegedly with this young boy. And nobody said anything. Like, why does society protect predators? It's mad.
They actually get handled with kid gloves, and
Bro.
which is wild. Because the children should be
mad.
handled that way.
Like, you know, like that stays with you forever, and they're the ones that are protected. Because what that says is that what's happened to you is not that important. What's happened to you is not that deep. And people are like, oh, you're not the first one. You know, it happens all the time.
No,
what are we doing about it then? Nah, man.
On a, I hope anyway, potentially a positive note, yeah. Do you feel like it's changing though with our generation? Because the older generation, obviously, we know that's the mentality.
No, Black
but our
Rob
generation
literally just
seemed
said that.
to. What?
He said that the good thing about diasporans is that we have a bit more confidence in calling stuff like
This
that
is it.
out.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So,
We definitely are not our parents' generation.
Thank God for that.
100%. Like, there's a lot of things that we don't stand for, and they can blame it on us being a bit more westernized. But I would rather this
It's a better
any day
thing, man.
than what you lot were having to deal with.
100%.
Word.
Literally.
Sometimes
But
all in the name of culture.
I think also though,
Girl,
there
don't get me
is
started.
taking into consideration that what you just said, culture. Like you can't. People can only do what they know in it. Do you get what I mean? And what's like? Do you know what I mean? Like you see how with us, because things are being called out and things are changing and stuff. It's now it's our norm. Whereas for them, the normality was to keep it quiet and like to settle and whatnot. That's what you were told to do. You didn't know any different. So I think sometimes I do try not apply grace here, but do you know what I mean? I always try to be like, do you know what? I can see where you obviously are a bit brainwashed because you don't know any better. But I just think, but from like a parental standpoint,
Do you know what it
or like
That's why I asked the question
I'm
about
like-
protecting, because like if for example a woman comes out and says exposes a predator and she's only got 2 daughters, it's like when the information comes out, the people know it's only one of these 2 girls. So it's like, okay, I've kind of shone this bad light on my family. This is why I was thinking, is that the reason why?
But it's not a bad light on your family though. Because
Well,
do you know what I mean?
of course,
Because
but
This is the shame that gets attached to it.
yeah, because
the
that's
problem.
basically saying that's basically on the what will people say vibe. Do you get what I mean? Because it's not because again it's about the shame because that person will always feel shame for being violated. But when you speak out about and you call the person out, it lets them know that no, what happened to you is not right. Because a lot of people end up living with that mindset that, oh, maybe I did cause it. Maybe I did it. Do you know what I mean? There's so much that they never have closure about it. But the reality and the bottom line of it, even if I was walking around naked, you do not have a right to violate me. 100%. The fact is that you are sicko, and sickos have to be called out.
But then the flip side though, is what you said, knowing how Africans are. I'm going to talk about Ghanaians again because I can only speak about them, But you would then become, oh, that's that girl that. Do you see what I mean? So as much as like what I'm saying is, you're not protected regardless, because the moment you get called, the moment it gets exposed, and it brings like, it gets highlighted, onto you. People are going to talk regardless, So you are now going to become, oh, that's that girl that got molested by her uncle. Like, you know what Africans are like, innit? So it's like, then you have to deal with that side of things. People's
But they didn't say that to your face. Like they wouldn't see you and be like, "Hi, girl, that got molested by your uncle." It's more like because I feel like in those situations, what actually happens is it's more the label on the other person, more so the person that got violated. It's more so on the pedophile, because everyone in the community knows now that this is who you are. Oh, he's the one that touched that. He's the one that did it. Do you know what I mean? That's more how the link is.
You say that though, but then let me give another example. Like, you see how like a man can cheat on his wife or like step out on his wife, and then it's like, oh, that's that woman that her husband cheated on her. It's talking. Like people are never gonna, even if they're not saying it to your face, it's always gonna come back to you, because you always hear when people are chatting your business or talking about you.
Yeah, but I hear
even
you,
if
though.
it isn't directed to you. So my thing is, as a child, he's already gone through a lot of trauma with this situation, and having to deal with that in my own family. Now I've got the whole community who also know about the situation. Yes, he's being called out, but then him being called out is a consistent reminder of me having to relive the situation. But basically, what I'm saying is, both sides is techie for the child. Is what I'm trying to say.
It's true.
I don't know. I don't.
But I think staying
100%
quiet.
agree with that.
But I'm not saying that you should be quiet.
No,
I'm just saying.
just
I'm
the
just trying to give
reasoning,
another.
No, I know the reason, but I'm just saying. But I feel like more times when it's not being said and it's not being talked about, I feel like that can also I feel like that further compounds on the child that.
And that's what I was going
The
to say.
shame just gets put further. Like
that's what I was going to say.
What like?
Yep.
Like rather, this person has just been
Just normal, living life.
Normal. So
And,
then, what does that mean for me then?
And that's what I was going to say, because either way, yeah, something like that, yeah, you're living with it forever. Whether people are identifying you as a child that this didn't happen to you or whatever it is, that's something that you got to live with it forever. When you live with stuff and you have something that's just in your mind, in your head alone, that's something that can drive you crazy, as opposed to when you then voice it out. Like, voice it out, you might not get a resolution or whatever, but it does give you some kind of relief that you're not living, like, your head isn't exploding. Like, I've known how when I felt about a situation and I haven't told anybody about it, and I'm just reliving it, I'm rethinking it, and it just feels like my head is going to explode, as opposed to when it is I've said something. But I feel like even with that, like, people are not gonna go to the child and say that, like, even when the child walks past, they're not gonna be whispering like that. It's gonna be when the child's gone, like, oh, you know that person that walked past, that was da-da-da-da. The more shame is going to be with that person when it's like, that one, people in the community will say it out loud of, oh yeah, don't come around. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's more shame attached to that person than anything else. But I feel like even when it comes to children, there's still ways to protect the children when you do expose them. Do you get what I mean? I feel like it's a worse situation for the child to have to live with that by themselves. Because part of that is always you blaming yourself, you thinking, what could I have done to be different? You thinking all these things, as opposed to when you say it out loud, even though the community might be like, oh, that's the child, they're still saying that, knowing that what happened to you is wrong. And they're still showing you empathy because of what happened to you was wrong. Do you know what I mean? So you're having to, like, I feel like that would help than you having to live with it by yourself and just see this person just casually walking around, attending events, people laughing and kicking with them as if they're not this monster that they actually are. Do you get me?
No, but I do get Gina's point, because I feel like some Africans have the mentality, like, I mean, I've talked more so for girls in particular, the girl victims, but because it's commonly known, when they grow up now, they'll be like, you can't marry her.
Yeah, because this happened.
They will attach that. They will say, you can't marry her.
And that's
you
what
can't marry that family.
It's like, I'm talking, I don't think that's like that over here. But back home, we know
100% that will happen.
Because it's taboo, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's literally a stigma that
and that's just so sad.
That's why it's like, I'm basically saying that's also why I will understand why a family might not want to talk about it, because they're thinking, okay, you know what, this is going to impact you moving forward. Yeah. Because another family will look at that and be like, you can't marry. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
It's horrible, man.
It's broke. Listen, our community culture tradition is.
Do you know what's so funny?
Broken.
Because I tweeted about, like, entering my last year, my 20s, and I said, this year I'm going to be the most selfish I've ever been. I'm focused on myself. I said, I'm saying no to, I don't care for tradition. I don't care for culture. I don't care for anything else that anyone else wants to say. I don't care for patriarchy. No to it all. No. This whole culture and tradition thing is killing my people. It's killing my people. That's what it's doing. And I'm over it. But
Sad, man.
I think with me, I still love the culture, but at the same time, the culture doesn't apply sense.
Yeah.
This is the problem.
because I love the culture. I'm a very cultural person.
Yeah, no,
Speak my language. Like, I'm
It's
Yoruba.
this lack of sense that gets applicated to it
It's
that I don't
stupid.
like.
It's backwards. It's very
It's
backwards.
like, please have a brain.
But
Like,
it's
come
funny
on.
though, because, like, it's what Gina was saying earlier, where, like, that's their norm. So, like, they can't, like, they don't know what you're talking about.
they
Like, it
can't see
doesn't,
outside of
what you're
that.
saying cannot register to them, because what you're saying doesn't make sense. But you're looking at them, and I think that's what I find the most fascinating about human beings, because you can be, like, living how you've lived all these years, and I can be letting you know that, nah, like, da-da-da-da, but you're not going to get me, and I'm not going to get you, because what you're saying is as real to you as what I'm saying.
It's real to me.
It's just like, this is a joke.
Yeah.
I can't like. I feel like
It's crazy, man.
certain times when they say it's culture, I feel like my hot take is I don't even think it's even part of the culture.
It's
This
not.
is what I was going to say to you. It's not part of the culture.
I
It's
think
not.
if you actually
have
look
changed.
back in time,
Yeah.
It's not.
there's been a shift and people
Exactly.
think that's
Exactly.
what it is,
Because-
and it's not.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
Because when people talk about stuff like that, yeah, my great grandmother had 4 husbands. Who gonna check her?
Damn,
4 husbands.
Daniel.
And
I got a roster.
Listen, and nobody was like calling her a whore or a harlot or whatever. These days, it's like, oh, you must be. Well, actually, culturally, when you look back, and how the women were living and whatnot, the women were running the streets. Not that my great grandma was running the streets, but
she had 4 husbands at the same time.
not at the same time.
time.
The hell? No, like one after the other. What the hell, Gina?
don't know, polygamy.
No.
It's good that she clarified.
Sorry, so when someone says to you that they had 4 husbands, so if I said to you guys I've got 2 husbands, I've had 2 husbands,
Yeah.
you would think that I currently have 2 husbands.
No,
No,
I was
but it's
thinking of
because
polygamy.
it's
Oh,
your
hi,
great
do you know,
grandma.
no, but
It's
Esther,
'cause
do you
she's
know
the
why?
great-grandma.
Do you know why? Number one, because
Yeah.
it's your great grandma,
Yeah.
right? And I know that back then things were different. And
Okay,
like,
fair,
polygamy's
yeah.
a thing, right?
Yeah.
Like my grandma was a 3rd wife.
Okay,
Like they
fair,
all
fair.
lived in the same. It was normal, so
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why.
No,
I'm
I'll be
just-
honest, if my great grandma had 4 husbands that all lived in the same, I would nominate one of my great grandnappies. Have some self-respect, King.
I'm literally just clarifying.
No, like,
you know what I mean?
you know how people talk about now, like how, say for example, you get divorced,
Exactly,
people act
yeah.
as though like you're tarnished goods, no one would ever want to marry you again. Sis had 4, like one, this didn't work out. I don't know, maybe I don't know if they died or I don't know the story. I didn't care, but they weren't around no more. That's all I know. I need to know them. I think a couple of them did die though. I think something happened, but wherever it was. But like,
I was in.
do you know what I mean?
Sorry. No, this is no because wait, hold on a minute.
You're so silly.
It's annoying that the camera's on me. No, please.
What were you gonna say?
So, like, she got married and then passed away, and then she got married again and then passed away. And then...
No, I don't know if they passed away.
Oh, okay.
I'm just, I don't know. I never actually asked for the
Do
story.
you know why?
You think she said she killed them?
No, because yeah, the other day I saw a thingy, and the woman was basically talking about how all her ex-boyfriends have died, and then she even said, "I'm starting to think I'm the problem."
Okay.
She's like, "Oh yeah, this is my baby daddy. Da, 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 da. He got shot." This, you know what Americans are like.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
America's
America's
not a real place, man.
No, it's
Oh,
not a real
yeah.
place.
And then my second baby daddy, da, 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 he had cancer. And like, she's just literally talking, and she was just like,
I'm actually gonna ask my mum
she's
actually.
like, damn, I'm starting to feel like that.
I'm the problem. Can you imagine
In the comments,
that?
people are like, you are a
You
witch.
are.
You're a witch.
She needs to go.
Like,
You need to go have a talk in the spiritual
you
realm.
need a spiritual
spiritual realm.
You need a spiritual cleansing. So it just because I
Oh,
thought,
but you thought that,
because I
yeah,
thought that's
yeah.
what you were saying. I was thinking, hey,
No, I actually can't remember this. I'm gonna ask my mum actually. I do want to know now actually. But yeah. So all that stuff that people say sometimes it's tradition. Nah, it's not. It's been rewritten. That's why as well. I don't believe in. This is why I go to the church I go to. I go to a gospel preaching church because some of your churches are not churches. It's not about what God says. It's about what tradition and culture says.
100%.
That's true.
That's
So-
why. To me, to be honest,
I can deal with that.
I grew up in a Ghanaian church, yeah, like proper Ghanaian. They even like preached in tree and everything, yeah. And then when I got to that,
Preached in tree,
no, literally, it was proper like very
Oh,
Ghanaian.
because they have a translator.
Sometimes, but the congregation was mainly Ghanaian anyway, so it was like it just was the norm. But they did have a translator.
It was mainly Yoruba.
But then
So
they'll
I
have a
used to go to-
translator next to them.
Like rarely,
really?
like rarely, but like everything mainly was in tree. And then when I got to like my teenage years, I start. You know, obviously when you get older, innit, you start to like realize certain things and stuff. And I when I got to uni, I left, and I said to my mum because I remember basically one of my family members like got pregnant, and they proper condemned her about it, and that she wasn't allowed to come back to church because she had a baby and she wasn't married.
Some
and all
hella
this
single
stuff,
mothers
yeah.
up in that gaff.
And it really annoyed me because I was just like, hold on a minute, like, are you not to be? Are you guys not meant to be a church? Like, isn't this going against what it says in the Bible? Like, I don't understand because none of you lot are God.
Okay.
Not one of you right now, and you all. I know behind closed doors, you lot are on crud. Sorry,
And they are.
but do you know what I mean? But you want to come, and that really threw me off. And I just thought, I don't like African churches because I feel like they blur the lines between culture and religion, and it's not the same.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. It's very sad, man. It's very sad. Damn shame.
I just wanted to read out the source of what I was talking about before.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So basically, the offences. This is from the Telegraph. Yeah. So the offences are contrary.
Against Huw Edwards.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the offences are contrary to sections 1(1)(a) and 6 of the Protection of Children Act 1978. If found guilty, he could receive a maximum penalty of 6 months imprisonment and/or an unlimited fine. Just 6 months.
And/or.
Yeah. Imagine.
And he was
So
just,
this is, I don't know if this is 100% true, but this is where I got the information from.
and the story is not even stopping the streets like that. So he's just gonna like people. There's people that they wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad obviously we went into talking about this because it's kind of linked to the topic of the day.
Well, let's get into
Let's
it.
get into it.
Get into it, yeah.
All right, so the topic of the day was inspired by something else, yeah, that happened yesterday. I don't really need to go into it, to be fair. But because of what we were talking about just a minute ago, I do want to ask the same question because I feel like it applies. Is it ever irresponsible to tell the truth?
Sorry, what you said something happened yesterday? As in,
Oh, but basically what happened was I posted something yesterday, innit?
Okay.
And somebody said to me, I think that's irresponsible to post that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did you
Okay,
post?
so
It's about
it is-
Kamala, isn't it?
It's about
No, of
Kamala.
course it was.
What did you post?
Because obviously, I guess they're seeing it as, okay, look, no matter what happens, it's best that she's in power rather than Donald Trump.
Well, what did you post? That's what I want to know.
It was just
That's
something about her
rooty.
history in terms of like the policies that she supported and things of that nature. So it's real stuff about her. You know?
You're a roots Trump supporter then.
No, it's just me saying information here.
Yo, have you done that for Trump?
Are you?
No, but
Are
we
you?
know
Are
Trump.
you? Are
Have
you?
you done that
was gonna
for
ask you the
Trump?
same
You
question.
haven't.
I
You're a
was gonna
proper
ask you the
Trump
same
No,
supporter.
but we know Trump though.
No.
Damn.
We don't know Trump.
You're
No.
a Trump supporter in the new black. That's crazy.
The same way, the energy, I would still have the same energy for Trump.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah, but I do.
But it's not a case of
No,
we
you
know
don't.
Trump.
No, you don't. Iman.
What do we know about Trump?
No, you don't.
We
Iman.
know all the stuff.
What do we know?
The man's been
I don't know
dragged through
nothing.
court, all sorts of stuff. Like we know all the stuff, right, about
No.
her that's negative.
We is French.
About him. But we don't know anything about Kamala Harris. So all I was doing is just put it
Today
out
you
there.
were spreading information, doing a good deed.
Thank you very much. You know what I'm
What
saying?
about it? I can't believe you are one of the people I'm talking about where you believe what you're saying. That's crazy.
Anyway,
A Trump supporter in the new black camp is
I'm not a Trump
wild.
supporter. I'm a black supporter. I'm saying neither one of these people are good for us. You know what I'm saying? Let's not think that because she's black, some days of the week, it's better for us.
Okay,
It's
you're
a
so
lie.
biased.
I'm just saying.
You're so biased.
But anyway,
Doesn't do that with Candace.
Bro, not at
just
all.
the other day I was criticizing Candace.
I
yeah,
forgot
we're
that
in
one.
private.
I was
Quietly.
the one
On
who
the
showed
show,
you.
man.
I was the
Bye.
one who showed you the clip. So you're talking about.
What does that mean?
You weren't posting up on your Instagram,
Did I know it existed?
but yet
Alright
you're
then.
finding out stuff about Kamala.
Because it came on my feed.
You're rumbled, mate.
Anyway, the question is still the same. Is it ever irresponsible to tell the truth? How important is timing? So if we wanted to use the same thing that we were talking about just 2 minutes ago, do you feel like ever in those situations it's irresponsible to let the truth be known? You know what I'm saying? Is timing important? Do you feel like maybe sometimes you need to withhold the information from your family, the community, or whatever it may be for X amount of time, or what?
I think timing plays a role sometimes. It depends on what it is that you have to say. Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, it can go either way though, because I can withhold something because I feel like it's not the best time, but then the person who's receiving that information might have preferred it at that time, and that might have prevented them from making a certain decision. Do you get what I mean? It's a hard one. I think. I don't know. And you know what? I think for me, it's no one likes having uncomfortable conversations, innit? I don't think anyone runs with their arms open wide to have an awful conversation. So there is also that. And the impact it's going to have, I guess, on the person that you're communicating this truth to.
Does the truth always set you free?
You know what?
Depends who you're dealing
Yeah,
with,
but
fam.
no, because it depends who you're dealing with. Let me give you an example, yeah?
You set me free.
Let me give you an example. No, Esther, let me give you an example, yeah? Let's say, for example, you knew Chrissy's man was out here in these streets, yeah? And you decided to be that good friend and let her know, yeah? And in return, she stayed with him anyway, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna stick by my man.
My man.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
it caused a big rift between you and her.
Yeah.
Moving forward, yeah, how are you?
Gina, him. You ain't hearing a word
Right.
about nothing
So
from
you're
me.
not, and if you caught him again, that truth is not setting you free, right?
But I had an uncle. How are you?
You're gonna
sir?
just go about your
I mean,
business.
man, go about my business.
Right.
That train said nobody free but our friendship.
Do you see what I mean?
That's what happened. So I feel like, yeah, I agree with that. I feel like it depends.
It depends on the situation
on the
and like.
other elements involved in the said truth. But
My mum taught me that from young, you know. I love talking about my family business. Sorry, I caught my uncle
if
moving
your mum
mad,
ever listens to
yeah.
this podcast, she will be like,
Oh
excuse
no,
me.
I got in trouble the other day.
Did you? For something you said on here?
I can
Not
imagine.
even on here. No, I said something on Your Aunties Could Never, which I've spoke about on here.
What did you say?
I spoke about how I blocked her, yeah? You know how I've spoken about
Oh, yeah, we all know that.
Exactly, we talk about it, yeah?
We even co-signed it.
I know. However, I'm not gonna lie, they put it on TikTok and whoo,
What you got back to auntie?
it went
Oh, no.
when I
Of
say
course
when
it's gonna
I
go-
saw
when you put on
when
TikTok-
I saw the numbers, even I was like, ooh.
Yeah,
It was like 25k likes. So I was like, yeah.
Yikes.
So I saw the video and I didn't say anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was like you embarrassing me in public.
What?
The Queen
Did
Mother.
you post? That's what made it worse, right?
It's a queen, you know.
You should have heard the voicemail I got from my aunties. That was a whole... No.
Said Gina.
She was like... So my mum was like, did you post something about me on TikTok? I was like, no. And I was like, I didn't post anything because I didn't, right?
No, because you're technically didn't.
I didn't. I was like, no, I don't know something about it. She was like, oh, something about you blocked me. Next time, and then she started ranting. And I said, you know what? This is fine. I'm not gonna
aggravate the
So I
situation.
literally was like, all right, cool. So I even said to him, I was like, guys, I'm so sorry because I
you
know
have to take it down.
I was like, I know this is a very viral post for you and it's great engagement. I said, but I'm getting cooked on this side. Then my aunties, the voice notes. Oh, I'm disappointed in you. You know your mum's a queen mother now. You can't do this. But if you're gonna talk about your mum, talk about how she's a queen and this and this and that. And
That ain't going viral.
And this ain't nobody care.
Auntie,
And I was
that ain't
thinking-
going viral.
No, literally.
Get
And
it
then-
far.
yeah, it was a
You're
whole.
good though.
It was a
'cause
whole thing.
I'll be honest with you, I don't know that I would have taken it down. Because this is my thing, yeah. Because, you know, sometimes I believe that God has put me on this earth sometimes to teach people. So I'm on the vibe of, we both got something to learn in this. How about you don't do something that makes me block you?
Literally.
And how about I don't block you and go and tell people that I blocked you? How about
Literally.
moving forward,
Just-
like, let this be a reminder
Yeah, that I'm mad.
of that. Do you know what I mean? Like, let this just be a reminder of what had happened. But you're a good daughter though.
No, because do you know what it
Romantic.
was? I felt bad for her.
I shouldn't see this one because she's not gonna like me.
No, but this isn't. Brent ain't gonna.
Brent don't-
Exactly. So
I'm not going to send it to her WhatsApp. You dare.
So no, it's fine.
Like,
But-
until she hasn't learned her lesson.
Yeah.
Can you
But
imagine?
what did I say? But anyway, my mum taught me this from young, yeah, because basically, imagine I caught someone doing their thing, yeah, at a young age. I wasn't that young, actually. No, because I was working. I was at my place of work, innit? And I caught someone on a date with someone whilst being married, and you shouldn't be on a date with somebody else. Like, you all right? And then, obviously, when they saw me, because I was the one serving the till, you know when they stepped back behind, was like this, like, shh, don't say anything. I thought, oh.
Oh, they told you that. Oh, but you can't tell me that though.
I thought, oh,
Oh.
You're even doing shoot.
What?
I said,
You don't even try to style it out, but you actually even said.
no.
No.
So that's how I knew.
I feel like it would have been calm if you hadn't
No.
even said that.
Exactly.
No, he
Shush.
he literally.
Oh, guess
so
what?
that's how I knew. It further confirmed my suspicion.
I'm
that
watching
you're
on
on
shush. Watch.
I'm gonna further turn up.
broadcast.
So
I'm gonna turn up.
I didn't, I left it and I told my mum.
I would have bribed him.
And then you know what my mum said? Number one, she told me to bribe him. She did, definitely did.
Big up
And
auntie.
number two,
Big up auntie. Yeah,
and then
you should have taken that TikTok down.
do you know what was
Big up
jokes?
auntie.
Because at the time I think I was doing my driving lessons. So she was like,
Oh, he's paying for it.
she was like, he's paying for your lessons.
Did you tell me you did it?
And then she also said, yeah, that she's not saying anything because she was like, listen, when you get to, she was like, when you get older, you will understand that you don't put your nose in people's marriages, especially when the person knows the person they married. I said, oh, a word. So from
Word.
there,
You pay for the lessons though.
I think so. I believe so.
Yeah, man. Oh, you're paying for. Actually, I listened to. Was it? I can't remember if it was. I think it was FK on I said podcast. And she's talking about something about like seeing her uncle doing. No, it wasn't her. It was a story from one of her friends. Must have seen her uncle cheat, something like that. Anyway, and basically, the girl's dad had a little side piece, right? But he was paying for the apartment of the side piece or whatever that she was schooling here, blah blah, whatever. So what she did, she was, alright, that's fine. I won't tell if you bring me in on the checks. So whatever the dad was sending the girl, she get half of it.
I love
That's my
that
kind
for
of
her.
girl. If I find someone to do something, I'm gonna find a way to, obviously, get what I need to get from it. And then if you irritate me one day for nothing, I might just tell. Just to razzle
That's the
dazzle.
worst, you know.
That's the worst thing. Yeah. Even nothing now. Like you've done nothing.
But that's
I'm
why.
like,
But you know what? Can I be honest? That's why you should never give in to when someone
Yeah.
bribes you
absolutely.
or blackmails you or whatever. You should never
shouldn't.
give in because, like you said,
Unless it's me though.
I'm going to take that money and one day
Where
I
am
might
I?
just be like, you know what? I'm exposing you anyway.
Yeah.
So
So to my future
realistically-
culprits, I was just joking about that.
Huh?
To the future people that I might bribe, I was joking. I wouldn't tell. Just do what you need to do. But no, word though, because you never know. But yeah, I don't know if it's. I think with what was the question? Original question about telling the truth?
Is it
Is
bad?
it ever irresponsible to tell the truth?
I think it's where you tell the truth and how you tell the truth.
Okay. So timing as well?
Actually, yeah, because the dilemma we had yesterday, that was highly responsible. That was
And
irresponsible.
delivery. Do you not think delivery also plays a role?
Do you know this guy? Yeah, his wife cheated on him. He asked her why. She said because the other guy's taller than her, and he's easier on the eyes. That's the most irresponsible thing I ever heard.
I'm not gonna. Sometimes you have to lie, man.
That's what I said.
Sometimes, like
Lie.
sometimes.
Oh,
No, you're looking at me blank in the face, like nah. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Do you know what that would do to his self and esteem?
I
He's
was
finished.
no.
and Steve was right to
I
us.
was on the side.
Talk about
You know
should
the-
he stay?
No, the black, the black there was because that's what she wanted.
It's her truth,
That
though.
was
She
she wanted.
was saying that she wants to leave.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what?
She
Fair
wants an
enough.
excuse.
That's
She did, but you know what?
that's an irresponsible
I
truth.
think that's really out of order though, because
Very.
it's like because you've already done me dirty.
That's mean.
In like stepping out on me and stuff. The least you can do is try to soften the blow, just a
Yeah.
little bit. Like care about my, you know what I mean? Poor self-esteem.
Like,
imagine.
yeah. So I feel like sometimes it can be irresponsible to tell the truth, and I think also the timing of where you tell the truth. Like, for example, there's some people that I wouldn't tell the truth about something because of the effects it could possibly have.
Okay, so the potential harm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, say for example, someone did something to me, and I've dealt with it.
Okay.
It's not something that I will go and tell my brother about, because my brother will be annoyed about it and whatever. So sometimes I don't tell people. Sometimes I hold things back from people because of the position it might put you in, and also as well, it might just spiral. If I'm never sure about how someone's going to react, I don't tell them about something, unless obviously I have to like detriment to tell them. So say for example, like it would depend on the thing. If I know that someone's talking about someone, for example, I will find a way to. I'm more on the be careful about that friend, you know, because like I was around them and or when I was around you guys, all of us, that comment they made, like I will find other creative ways to highlight that person's character to you than say, Gina, this is because if I can't tell how Gina's going to react, and yeah, like say for example that Gina, for example, I know Gina's got her brand, she's got this, she's got that. So there's certain thing that if something happens that's crazy, but I don't know how, I will find a creative way to let her know than just be like point blank where I know that she might want to tap her throat. And then next thing, it impacts everything she's building. So I always consider the effects. I always look beyond what's just happened here. I look at the possible outcomes of, you know, what could possibly happen, how we could spiral to something bigger.
I remember when Brent did me a solid. Do you remember Brent? You're thinking what I'm talking about. When Brent told me something about a person who was like befriending me, and it was so funny because you know when it's the last thing you expected to hear.
I told her too.
Yes.
So she did it to her too.
Yep.
I remember we've had this.
Still doing it.
Really?
That's the whole thing. I'll tell you later.
But yeah, but I will never forget that situation because it. You know when I just thought, that's when I knew. Obviously, I knew humans were mad, yeah.
But people are wicked,
and
you
I've
know.
always never been a girl's girl. Sorry, I say this, but and it's not. It's always based on like experiences as to why I say it. I don't just say it because I'm a
Because you're
pick me
auditioning
or
for man.
whatever.
Yeah.
But it's generally based on experiences. So when it happened, I thought, oh, this is still happening. Like, how is this still happening? I'm in my
Why am I in
30s.
it?
You get what I mean? Like, why am I in it? I thought I'd like kind of got over this stuff like in secondary school. Do you get what I mean? But I found it so interesting because it was, you know, when it's like when it happened, and I just thought, but yesterday, like you were all up under my ass. But this is what you generally think about me. Do you know what I mean?
I find that scary.
But I appreciated Brent for telling me. What I didn't appreciate is the person that told Brent, because I expected that person to tell me.
Yeah.
And what annoyed me was they didn't tell me, but they went to tell Brent. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and Brent told me, and I respected that so much more because I felt like his intention was be careful.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
But the other person, what was your intention? To just tell Brent for shits and giggles?
Yeah.
Or what?
Sorry, go on.
'Cause I was going to add to that as well. I think also the truth will depend on the person delivering it. I think you said something about delivery as well. I think it would depend on the person that's delivering it as well. Because there's certain people that can tell me any truth. Like, because like I respect them. And I hold them.
Spirit.
Yeah, like I hold them to a high regard. So they can tell me like, say for example, like say it was something that I might get angry about or want to do something mad about. Yeah. I feel like Brent could tell me because like I respect him, but also he would know how to tell me and how to make me really think about what it is that I'm trying to go forth and do. Do you get what I mean? So it depends on who's telling. If it's a friend that just wants to, that's a hothead, telling me a truth, or we both about to go to jail because they're gonna be right next to me supporting my foolishness. But if it's like a calm person, like, do you know what I mean? Like just someone who just level-headed, I can take a truth from them. God, take some truth sometimes. So it's great.
if someone tells you a truth you don't like, are you confronting that person or are you like having that conversation? I think where I'm at now in life is I'm just leaving everything, you know.
What do you mean?
Like, if someone tells me a truth, and it's something I just think I would just act accordingly.
Like a truth, like what?
Like, and if you see how you said if someone tells you a truth and you're gonna go and move mad.
Yeah.
I don't think I think where I'm at now, generally speaking, I just don't have the capacity to move mad. I'm just gonna act accordingly, and I'll never even have that conversation.
No, sometimes we'll have a conversation. I think I'm in a place where I don't react to things as they happen. Yeah, I'm still working on something. But yeah, like I don't like to react on things as like just when it's happened. So is in my calm, whatever. Some things I have to address. I don't address it on like I'm trying to argue with you or anything like that. I think where I'm at in life is I let people know that I see you, like I know what you're about, and I know I want no parts of it. So say for example, I find out one of my friends is betraying me or something like that. I'm not gonna have a conversation with them to confront them or anything. It's just to let you know that, hey, witch, I see you in your little broom over there.
You said witch.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm aware of what you've done, or this is what you've done and this has hurt me, and this is something that we can move forward from. But sometimes as well, some things I leave. I think there's a lot of things I just ignore. Because I think, sorry babes, I think it's a recipient as well. I don't have conversation with people that don't have the capacity and the bandwidth to have conversations with. If you're very stubborn and you're very like set in your ways, and I know, and based off previous experiences, I know this conversation is not going to go anywhere, nothing making me have that conversation with you. All the best to you and Jesus, child.
Yeah,
it's above me.
If the person's like that, I can be like that, but I can't lie. More times,
I know who you are.
I can't.
Is that me talking about it?
Yeah, like this. Because for the most part, I'm a very direct person. People say I'm even too direct. So this truth conversation, it kind of applies to me because sometimes I can be too direct. Some people would say, and I'll be like, yeah, but I'm telling you the truth though.
Do you know what's interesting? I think the difference between me and you is the thing is, I think the reason why I don't want the conflict, I actually hate conflict as much as I'll show you that. A throat tapper. I generally don't actually enjoy conflict. Like I hate it for me. And I know what I can be like. Do you get what I mean? So because of that, and it's stupid because at the same time, it's me trying to protect the other person because I know that this conversation is going to make you feel some type of way. So I put your needs before my own. So I'm going to swallow it so you don't have to deal with this, whatever, and I'll just process it and get over it, which isn't fair to me because I don't get over things quickly either. So bear in mind, that it's eating me alive, literally. And I think eventually I will get over it, but the process of getting there is not a pleasant one.
It's a journey.
It's long, and it's annoying that that's actually how I operate.
See, I was going to ask you guys, which pretty much ties into what you just said. Like, how much does, I guess, the person's readiness to hear the truth factor into you telling them the truth?
Well, that really factors.
100%.
And what do you kind of use to determine? Because what I was going to say to you is, based on the other thing that you mentioned, that example that you gave, what if that person felt like at that time, I don't think you're ready to hear this, and so let me talk to Brent to maybe gauge, you know what I'm saying? What if it wasn't, you know what I mean?
But no matter
But you know what it is? They never told me, and it's so you were never.
So you're still not ready.
Yeah, cool.
You actually never came and told me about it.
You're still not ready.
I know that that's not what it was.
I think there's that, because I think sometimes, just like another example, I'll use relationships for example. Sometimes I don't tell people to leave their man yet. Because you ain't ready and you're not going to see it. Like, I'm just, right now, I'm just going to be a witch and you're going to tell me, like, so I will let you, like, I know when you're ready to hear the conversation. And I find that when I then have that conversation, when you gauge things and think, okay, I'm going to wait for the right time, when you have that conversation, it hits hard, it hits home. And gets you the results that it's meant to get.
Yeah.
So I think,
My code word that people know me, let me not talk. They know, when I say that, they know that, okay,
I've got something to say.
Yeah, I'm not, they're not going to be ready to receive it. So they know, okay.
Yeah.
So that's more time, there's an indicator. I'm not even going to say that.
I think there's a lot to factor when it comes to telling the truth. Yeah, there's a lot to factor but I thought there's also a lot to factor when you're receiving what someone has branded as the truth. I don't believe that a lot of things people say necessarily the truth. I feel like it's got like, sometimes it's laced with some people's biases and stuff like that, and projection and all that kind of stuff, and their situation that they're dealing with. No, you're telling me you're telling me the truth. No, you're not. You witch. You're not.
That's true. No, that's very true.
So yeah.
Before we wrap up, Brent, I want to bring you in here. What about you? How do you feel like? What's your position on this? Do you feel like it's ever irresponsible truth? Do you care about somebody's readiness to tell the truth? Timing, like, are these factors to you, or do you feel like this is burning me? I feel like you need to know, regardless of if you're ready or not.
Yeah, I think it depends. Every scenario depends. As you were talking, one thing that came to my mind was the people that look to volunteer the truth and claim that they can't sit on it. They just have to basically tell it to you, and it's always like at times when what they say is going to basically hurt, right?
Word.
And they will walk around saying, "Nah, I'm doing what I need to do to basically live right." But you will still find them picking and choosing when they're going to adopt that same principle. Do you understand? If it benefits them, they're doing it. If it makes them look, elevated, or I knew this before you, this, that, and X, cool. But if it has any impact on them, they're not doing it. That's when it is that they're going to be selective with the
So-called truth.
Yeah, this is my truth, this, that, and X. You understand? And I don't like that type of character trait in some people. Especially when, as you pointed out, and then you show them how it is that they were doing this here and they're not applying this here, and then they start being defensive. I hate that bollocks. I absolutely hate it. But I definitely think that you need to be wise and guided when it is you have this powerful weapon in your arsenal, because it could uplift, it could destroy in equal measure. You know?
True indeed. All right. Thank you for that, Brent. I think we can wrap up there, guys.
All right, let's get into more headlines.
All right, cool. All right, guys. So, 8 officers have been suspended by Greater Manchester Police after a report of alleged racial discrimination. So, the GMP, which is the Greater Manchester Police, announced that they had also restricted another officer and referred themselves to the IOPC, the Independent Conduct. The suspensions are not related to the incident at Manchester Airport, which saw a GMP officer suspended after a video circulated online of a man allegedly being kicked and stamped on the head. Not alleged, it was very clear. 7 of the suspended officers are from the Bury district, and 1 from Rochdale was working in Bury at the time of the allegation. That they had temporarily relocated officers to Bury to cover operational duties and minimise disruption within the district. GMP also made a mandatory referral to the IOPC in relation to both cases. The IOPC is investigating the first report, and has reviewed and referred the second incident back to the GMP to investigate. Next headline, and the High Court has ruled that an emergency ban on puberty blockers that was introduced by the previous UK government was lawful. Campaign group Transactual and a young person who cannot be named made a bid to challenge the decision. It came after now Shadow Health Secretary Victoria Atkins imposed a banning order on puberty blockers which suppress the natural production of sex hormones to delay puberty. At a hearing on the 12th of July, the High Court in London heard that the second legislation prevents the prescription of medication from European or private prescribers and restricts NHS provision to within clinical trials. Lawyers for the group and young person argued that the order was unlawful. And the DHSC, which is the Department of Health and Social Care, and the Department of Health in Northern Ireland defended the claim and said that the case should be dismissed. And our last headline, trigger warning on this one, and it's a bit of an update on the video that circulated a couple months now. And it's about the prison officer who was filmed having sex with an inmate. Long story short, she's pled guilty to misconduct in public office. For those who don't know, Linda de Souza Abreu was 30 years old, or is 30 years old, and she was on duty at HMP Wandsworth in London when she entered the prisoner's cell and had sex with him on the 27th of June. The mother from Fulham, Southwest London, was identified by HMP Wandsworth staff and arrested by the Met Police at Heathrow Airport after the footage went viral. She was planning to flee and telephoned the prison as she fled to the airport to say that she was not returning. She pled guilty to 1 count of misconduct in a public office at a hearing at Alworth Crown Court on Monday. And that's it for our headlines. It's time to pay them bills.
All right, let's get into Word on Road. All right. In very sad news, actually, an actress called Erica Ash. I don't know, do any of you guys ever watch Real Husbands of Hollywood?
Yeah.
Years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, she played...
Is that the Kevin Hart one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She played... Oh, whose wife was she in that? I can't...
When she get Kevin's?
She was Kevin's wife.
She was Kevin's.
Kevin's
Google
wife.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was in Survivor's Remorse. That was such a good show.
Yeah, she was also in Scary Movie 5.
Ash.
Yeah, sadly, man, she passed away. She was battling cancer. Very sad. She's only
I've
56.
never
this
seen her
lady.
before.
So young.
If you type her
pretty,
name,
though.
very. Did you watch
Gorgeous.
Real Husbands of Hollywood?
I did, but I don't remember. I don't remember Kevin's wife.
Do you remember that meme where Kevin Hart is like on a woman and she's like pointing and like trying to tell someone, like almost like she's protecting him? If you type her name and type in Real Husbands of Hollywood,
She's gorgeous.
it might have names. But yeah, man, very, very sad. She passed away at age 46. She was battling cancer. So her publicist said Erica was an amazing woman and talented entertainer who touched countless lives with her sharp wit, humor, and genuine zest for life. Her memory will live eternally in our hearts. Very sad, man. That's so sad. Yeah, that she is. Absolutely gorgeous.
She was a good comedic actor as well.
Yeah, she's really good. She's really, really good. So that's very sad. I mean, there's been a lot of celebrities who've been pouring and sending her so much love. Lenny Love said, "I'm sad to confirm my friend and fellow actress Erica Ash has passed. Erica was talented and hilarious. Whether it was a show Survivor's Remorse or Mad TV, she'll put her all into work. She would always just be there. Now she's gone. My sincere condolences to her family and fans." I know Tisha Campbell also paid respect. Like a lot of, what's his name as well? JB Smooth as well. Yeah, a lot of people paid respect to her. So RIP to her, man. That's very, very, very sad. What's next on my list? Hold on, let me check. Tupac. Yeah, his family are trying to... Basically, apparently they're getting... they're sorting out legal...
A lawyer. Oh.
Yeah, legal team. Based off Keefe D's... is it Keefe?
Yeah,
Keefe D, right? Yeah, based off his claims that... Obviously, he's talking about it for time, yeah, but that Diddy allegedly offered to pay him $1 million if he would handle the problem. And the problem being Tupac. But also in court, he's basically claimed that there was someone... Hold on, let me get it. Sorry, y'all. What link am I going with? Okay, this is the link I'm going for. Yeah, so basically, he's talking about there's a former LAPD detective who basically had like some box of evidence or something like that. And he basically talking about how... And that's to do with the murder and evidence and da-da-da-da-da. So basically, I don't understand because the man talks all the time and always that... I don't know, he talks all the time. So I'm so confused. And I've tried to find out where this box of evidence comes into the matter. But cut long story short, whatever he's saying is making Tupac's family feel like they actually are going to have to do something about this, about the allegations against Diddy that he allegedly did have something to do with his killing, his murder, so I should call it. So there's that. That's what's happening on that side of town. Basically, did it in a minute. There's no new, nothing. So wait, nothing's gonna come from it then? Just that he's cancelled? Because none of them are like federal cases or anything like that.
I feel like they're still gathering
information.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because sometimes we say stuff like that and nothing's gathered.
Nothing, innit?
R. Kelly's still got. So
True, you know.
I think they're still gathering.
Yeah. But yeah, man. But yeah, the man is saying that he did not. What's it called? He did it at someone's. What's it called? Basically, he was being paid. Diddy offered him money to kill the guy, and apparently also as well, he kind of went undercover as well at one point, working with the police to try and get evidence about this, that, and the other. Something like that. I don't know. It's all street talk. I don't know. But from the streets. But what I do care about is Phaedra is coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm so excited. Now, that's somebody that told the truth that was very responsible. Let me give you guys the tea. Let me tell you what happened.
Is she the lawyer?
Yes. She's a lawyer.
Fake lawyer.
I think she represents... No, she's not a fake lawyer. That's the truth you need to keep to yourself. I think she represented Bobby Brown or something.
Yes, I was going to say.
Imagine.
She was on the day reality representation. Wait, that man.
Listen, anyone that represents Bobby Brown,
The representation did
has the day they deserve. She basically, Phaedra is a lawyer. She's an entertainment lawyer. I don't know. She looks more like an influencer these days. I don't know if she's still lawyer. I don't know if she's still lawyer.
Practicing.
She can't be practicing. She can't. I think she tried to do. No, she was just on marriage medicine. So basically, she was on Real Houses of Atlanta for years. Like she was one of not an OG like Nene and Candy. Actually, Nene was the first one. Then Candy came the season after. But she was I think she was third or fourth, something like that anyway. But cool. So she was on there for years. She's got 2 kids, very, very cute kids. Oh my gosh. Mr. President and what's
I can't remember the other one.
Mr. President and something she calls them. But anyway, very, very cute, adorable kids. She had a husband as well, Apollo. But basically, there was alleged some abuse situation going on there, whatever. But also, he was doing fraud. That man was leaving every day the house, taking his packed lunch to work, with a backpack on his back, to go and do fraud.
And
so one time,
she knew that truth.
Huh?
You don't think she knew that truth?
Well, it's alleged that she might have known what her husband was doing under the roof.
She was in a participator.
Well, you know, allegedly. So he went to jail and whatnot. So she said on the show, obviously, she got divorced and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, the reason why she got fired from the show is because there was a sense that we all know Candy, right? If you think I'm out, don't think I'm not, that Candy wrote, what song was it she wrote again? Was it Scrubs? She wrote Scrubs. As in no Scrubs, sorry. So anyway, Candy's on the show. Candy's doing what Candy does. Candy is very openly sex positive person. Talks about dungeons and whatnot and whatever else. Cool. We know Portia as well. Portia's the one who got married, who had a Nigerian wedding and is no more. But apparently she's come back as well. So Portia and Phaedra were really, really close. They were called them freaking frack, whatever. One day, randomly, right, a rumor gets started that basically Todd, who is Candy's husband, and Candy wanted to take Portia to the dungeon. But it was framed as though they said they wanted to drug her and take her to the dungeon. Now, that is a sexual offense. So that rumor kind of started the whole season, whatever. They couldn't find the root of this information. Portia was like, I heard that this is what you wanted to do to me. They couldn't find the root of the information, blah, blah, blah. Cut long story short, the root was Phaedra. But I believe, and I still stand by this, this is my truth now. I believe, no, it's not even just my truth. This is the truth. A producer, because you know with reality TV shows, they basically feed them what to talk about for the season. And they say, okay, this has happened to this person, talk about it. This is what happened to this person in private time, put it out there, blah, blah. A producer is the one that gave Phaedra that information. Phaedra repeated it because a producer told her that, this is what I heard, It became a really big thing. Phaedra ends up getting fired. Actually, the producer got fired as well, but that was obviously quiet and whatnot. I didn't feel like her dismissal was fair. However, because that reunion as well, it looked very chopped and screwed. So it looked as though she actually said it, but then it looked as though they edited it out, basically. So that's why she got fired, because essentially, how can you allege something? How can you say such a lie? It was a whole thing, blah, blah, blah. So she's been away for years now, years. So I am very, very happy to come back. I kind of stopped watching it, because I think when she left, Nene left as well. So I stopped watching the show. I did. I like Portia, but not enough to subject me to watching other girls I don't like. But Phaedra's back. She posted a picture of herself coming out of a private jet with a peach in hand, which is the Atlanta symbol. And she says, you called, I answered. And I'm very, very happy to come back. She's come back to season 16 as well.
She's only coming back because Candy's not there. That's the reason why she's coming back.
Yes, I forgot Candy left.
Candy blocked her.
So basically, why did she leave?
I just said it all.
Yeah. Sorry.
She said, why did she... Yeah, she basically lied about Candy wanting to drug.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't know you were talking about Candy.
Oh, yeah. So that was Candy. So she's been off the show because Candy's been on there. Yes, actually.
Oh, right. So because
Candy's left now, you can come back on now.
Yeah.
Because Candy was basically I'm not talking to you. And she and Candy used to be so close. Candy's mum is what Candy's mum is. Mama Joyce, with her wig, she's what she is. But she was very messy. Even to Candy's husband, it was a whole thing. She was so horrible to Candy's. Do you remember how horrible she used to be to Todd's mum?
Yeah.
And then she passed away. Now she's trying to act
but she was still horrible.
No, but remember at the start she had to be all nice and sweet and stuff. And I was like, yeah, but how can you have the conscience to do that when you used to be so mean to this boy's mum? Now she's dead now. You want to start acting confused. She went back to her factory setting anyway. Yes, I guess Phaedra's coming back because Candy's left. To be fair, I'd rather take Phaedra over Candy, if I'm being honest with you. Candy just likes to make money, which I like, which is good for her. But we didn't really see much of Candy except from businesses and stuff like that. And the odd times she would get angry. When Candy gets angry, it's so funny. Her voice starts to break the whole thing. What you say?
I was just gonna say, don't you feel like Candy held everything together?
No.
No?
Candy.
No, I think
Nene.
No. Before, obviously, Nene obviously was a big factor.
Nene
but when
is the OG.
No, but when she left, Candy, her business was fodder for Real House of Atlanta. Her life was fodder.
What,
she was driving storylines.
Candy.
Yes.
Candy was basically
she was.
Sheree, like the bone carrier.
No.
Because you're not tuning in for. No one's tuning in for Candy's storyline.
I feel like her life was messy. Like for
What
them
mess
to
did
use.
Candy have?
Nah, come on. They was
That's not
accusing
watching.
Todd of cheating. They was they bought her his side. Well, alleged not side like who she dated before. Who he dated before and this just loads of stuff that I feel like they use. And especially her Mama Joyce was also
But I don't think that Candy held the show together. She didn't. I think she was a part of the show, which she was. And I think I like Candy because Candy's not messy. Candy's the least messiest person, but I would say she's the most mature person. But I wouldn't say that she held the show together. She's not a holder.
Maybe it's the way I guess she carries herself. It's like she's always kind of.
I feel like she's like the neutral party that will. She's like the neutral party for most times.
I feel like
but I wouldn't say she held the show.
Times. She would say just how it is.
Oh no, she
doesn't thingy, but I feel like she was also biased towards Kenya though. Sorry.
Yeah, Kenya are proper close.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't say Candy held the show. Holding the show is a big thing. Because what's holding the show? How are we even defining that?
I mean, it drove ratings for a very long time though. Because after Nene left,
but their things have been low.
No, it's been low, but I feel like it was still going like now.
I mean, I feel like the show was going, but the show was dragging. The show wasn't exciting. I started watching it years ago because not like even people that I know that watch it, it's nothing exciting.
Do you feel like with them effectively replacing Candy with Phaedra?
Yeah.
That the show.
I think numbers going to go back up.
I don't think so.
I think because Portia's coming back as well. We need to know why Portia divorced Simon Gabardia.
I actually don't.
I think it's going to go up.
I think it's too little, too late to bring her back on to save the show.
Phaedra?
Yeah, it's too little, too late personally.
Because she was on Married to Medicine as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Allegedly seen that a couple times.
Of course.
And she was
I
rubbish
like
on there.
Married Medicine.
Yeah, but she was rubbish on there.
Yeah, because she's no doctor.
Yeah, I know, but
And I'll be honest with you, I think a show with Dr. Heavenly and Phaedra. Because I do you know what it's like? 'Cause I think the reason why Phaedra was so lit on Real Housewives, there weren't many characters like Phaedra. But on Married to Medicine, they're all like Phaedra. So Phaedra's not standing out. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Dr. Heavenly, what's the other one that's Eugene's wife? What's her name? Toya. Mariah.
Yeah.
Quad. Dr. Simone. Whose husband is trying to be a housewife? Then I found out Peter was on there as well. Patricia.
on Married to Medicine.
Do you know? Nene called Cynthia Bailey, right? She's a model. Yeah, the model. She's married to this Jamaican guy called Peter Thomas. But he was always in women's business, yeah. One time, Nene actually called him Patricia. Do you know what it is as well, yeah? Cynthia was so like, she was probably gagging for Nene's friendship that they called your husband Patricia.
Not only that. Not only that. She was like, why is your husband a damn bitch? What? Literally. And you still was talking to her. She called, nah, that was a violation.
Nene is a legend. I'm going to bring her and her new husband back on the show too.
Nah, Nene was funny. I don't care.
Nene is hilarious. She's like, you Peter some act like a damn bitch all the time.
Peter. That's what she
She's
said.
like, Peter. You can't call my man Patricia.
Peter
And I'm
wants a
acting as though
Peter wants a peach.
Nene held the show together.
No, she
when
did.
Nene left, the ratings
It was
dropped.
dry. It was dry.
It's been dry. So, and I feel like Nene left, then Portia left as well.
Yeah, that made it also dry as well.
That's just dropped. Then it's just like, yeah, I feel like the people that they had on there are not that excited. I think, is Kenny still on there?
Yeah, but she was also bringing the drama though. She was.
Yeah, so her divorce with but then she didn't want to talk about nothing she was going through. So it's like,
Yeah,
why
that
are
was
you here?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm actually gonna go back and watch it when Phaedra comes on. I don't know when it starts though.
I'm not interested. I feel
Maybe
like
like September, November.
I feel like it's so played out now.
And do you know what I find? Yeah, and I think I'm gonna try and watch it, But I think why I kind of tapped out of it is because they're grown women fighting. Like, you guys are 50 plus, arguing about friendships and stuff. Like, what? Maybe we have grandkids to live with. Bye. So I don't know. I will watch it when she comes back, defo. If I remember. I'm forgetting things, child. And then we'll see how it goes. But I'm happy she's back. I'm interested in seeing what's going on with her. She definitely looks like she's definitely giving influencer baddie these days in her aesthetic.
Yeah, but I don't actually feel like she's gonna come back and be authentic or tell anything about her life because she knows she was.
But she's married to that. No, she's not married, but she's with that really good looking guy. That man is good looking.
What good looking?
Do you remember the whole Mr. Chocolate thing as well?
Yeah.
That was a mess. She's with some guy that's really good looking. I think he's African. You know, American. The Atlanta girls love an African man. It's my Africa.
A Nigerian man specifically.
Okay. I need Portia to come back. And I want to see how she and Portia get on. Obviously, they fell out after the whole thing. I mean, they're cool now, actually, to be fair. But are they going to be cool on camera too? I wonder if they're going to talk about it.
I think they just...
But they got together.
It's casual. I don't think they're like how it was.
Nothing they said. It was a whole thing about they were like, freaking Frack is back and da-da-da-da-da. So we'll see. But I want Portia to talk about that whole Simon thing. I want to know that she don't know about that fraud. Alleged fraud that man was and his visa-less state. That's what I want to know. Anyways, that's what's happening on the streets, child.
What about the big one?
What's the big one? That's my end of my list.
Oh,
What happened?
mate, it's a talk of the town.
What, Love Island?
Yeah.
Oh, girl, you know I didn't watch that.
Didn't
The
you?
black couple.
the black couple.
Oh, yeah, the black couple one. That never happens.
Yeah.
Oh, serious?
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. Shock horror.
Yeah.
Like I was so shocked.
Do you know what's so funny? I actually remember seeing it, but my brain programmed, I thought they came third.
No, they
You know they
weren't.
always come third.
Were they up against what, Asians and stuff?
No,
No,
white
white.
people.
Serious?
Yes.
Yeah, Mimi and
It's a
Josh.
historic
isn't it?
moment.
Mimi and Josh.
Black Love wins.
Do you know
There
what
you go, people.
You know what I found? Okay, so I wasn't invested in Love Island.
Yeah.
So to be honest, I can't
Never
sit
watched
here
it,
and do a debrief and
Yeah,
us
nor
have
do
this
I.
conversation because I didn't really watch it.
No.
I did watch. I do feel like this season was a bit dry in comparison to previous seasons, based on just like feedback and stuff that I'd heard. So again, but then when I think about it, I don't know who else would have won. If you get what I mean. Like I don't think
But
any,
even when
I
that-
don't think any of them were
look,
like,
I'm
I don't think
Really,
any,
actually
I don't
too
think
much.
any of them were like that.
They're exciting.
Yeah, do you get what I mean?
I heard Joey Essex showed his ass on there.
Yeah, he
Because you know what,
did.
before he went there, like,
actually,
he was
actually was like a bully.
no, but you know what it's that sad though because
Yeah,
he was just. Remember I told you got all them Ofcom complaints.
Yeah.
But I feel like
he only
before
got
that though,
50 in comparison to
it's mad.
other years, but I mean other people. But you know what it is with Joey?
Oh, that Mimi
I
and Josh.
saw? He just kept like he kept trying to like sun everyone. If you get what I mean,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he kept trying
Oh,
to
'cause,
sun
like, I'm
everyone.
Joey
and,
Essex.
Yeah.
like, and he was very like manipulative and like
That's
and
sad.
he always used to do things that he'd move mad, but then try and be like, oh no, but I got bare love for you though. Like it's not coming from a bad place. You know that kind of
gaslighting people,
he
manipulating.
he would gaslight all the time. Like, and him and Mimi were close, and then he was gaslighting her, and I just
Really?
thought, bro, yeah, because she asked him to do something, and so there was an episode where she wanted to talk to Ayo, and she basically asked Joey to go and ask Ayo to meet her on the rooftop here, but obviously just don't make it bait, innit? So he obviously did it. And then obviously it was like kind of their little secret, but then he blurted it out and was like, yeah, Mimi had me on a secret mission. And she's just like, and he did it like in the presence of everyone and was just like, and everyone's like, what secret mission? And she was just like, why are you making it a thing? Kind of thing. And then after that, he kept bringing it up. Because obviously he didn't really like Josh, the guy that she was partnered with. He'd always bring it up to rattle Josh, but she's like, but I'm your bedroom.
And I'm
like,
I'm happy.
You keep doing this and it keeps bringing up issues in my relationship. Just let it go. Do you know what I mean?
People were saying that again that he was particularly towards the black guys.
Yeah.
And,
Josh and Ayo, 100%.
trying to provoke a certain reaction, and then so
I feel like I think before Joey went on the show, I feel like it's probably ruined his brand in a way because he doesn't give bad boy vibes, and people just know that you're just a mean person now. So it's Oh, I thought did he say the doc again?
Well,
For the first time.
now the black people can. Hey,
I don't know, man.
This is what you wanted, right?
Yeah, this is what you wanted.
No, but they
Yeah.
won't do that to just shut them up.
Can I be honest?
From next year, they're going back. They're
We're
going
gonna
back
have
to third.
We're not going to be happy though.
Why?
And within a week or something's going to happen and people are going to complain. Because we
so.
always do. I'm
Just
just
share the
saying,
money.
let's just put money on this. Like, I guarantee you that
What's gonna happen?
something's gonna happen, and then next, like in a couple, people.
I
are
know
gonna
what it could
complain.
be.
What?
She might not get many deals, and then
Yeah,
the white
then-
ones get deals,
And then the
people are
complaint
like,
is gonna be,
but she won though.
But then people are gonna be like, but you wanted her to win, and she won now. So now what? Yeah.
Anyway, we need to have a Black Love Island or something. Yeah, maybe Joey should have gone on Big Brother. He just looks. I feel like he looked out of place there anyway. But no, I didn't. Unfortunately, I didn't watch it, so I didn't even know. I saw that, but my brain just programmed that they probably came third or something.
Yeah, it was like a proper
historical
happy
moment.
boy. It was a one for the culture.
I mean, I think those things anyway. I don't know that people's votes is genuinely what makes it. That's just my truth. I don't know that people voting is what actually influences the. Do you know what I mean? So we'll see. But well done to them though. That's good. Love that for them. I hope it brings great things for their careers and stuff.
Yeah, but I don't think. Again, I didn't watch it, but just see from certain maybe clips and stuff, I don't see that they're the couple that's gonna be like an India and Dami.
No, no one's an Indian dummy.
Like-
Even Whitney and Lokan nobody's an Indian. That Indian dummy.
Like I thought that
We're
they
just-
are like they are proper like out
Do you know what it
there
is?
like
they're proper like it.
yeah.
It couple. Like
I
it couple.
don't get that from.
And this is why what I wanted to say was I would have been. I feel like Dami and India deserved to win,
Absolutely.
just based on their impact they had
Yeah,
on the show
sure.
and stuff. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas with these two, I'm very much like I'm happy because obviously I'm black over everything.
Black-
innit?
yeah,
Of course.
absolutely.
But I don't think they were like the best. I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised they won because
I'm
I
sure they
don't.
won.
And there was nothing
People
really
say
like.
mine was shocked when she announced it.
Maya.
Maya. Apparently she's
You go, damn! I didn't know I was gonna see this
Yeah, literally.
anytime soon, child. Yeah, I don't think there will ever be an India and Indian, and I think that's why I'm kind of tapped out the show because it feels like everyone comes on there feeling like they know the formula. People are either trying to be the it couple or they're trying to be like Molly May. Do you remember like after Molly May, everyone's trying to be like Molly May. It's just like okay, just stop. Anyways, that's it. Let's get into People's Journal, please.
All right, people, welcome to the People's Journal. I'll give you the news from an economics point of view. First thing I want to talk about is a bit of information that I said I would yesterday. And this is based on what Rachel Reeves revealed to Parliament. This is basically about some of the things that, you know, the Labour Party are going to be implementing. First thing is, and this is something that obviously I used to remind you guys about every time those payments were due. And this is about the pensioners receiving their winter payments. That's now going to be scrapped. Right? So around 10 million pensioners in England and Wales will be losing their winter fuel payments under these new plans that have been announced by the new Chancellor, Rachel Reeves. So yeah, I ain't going to be reminding you about that anymore. Sorry, guys. But basically, it's still going to be available for those who are on pension credit and have other means-tested benefits. But obviously, it was available to, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, all of that is now gone. There are some other things that they've cancelled as well. Some things that may not be of any real significance, but I guess will impact closing up that black hole that she spoke about. And this is about the 2 mile road tunnel close to Stonehenge. That's going to be scrapped. Another infrastructure project. There was a bypass that was meant to be built to take traffic from the A27 away from Arundel in West Sussex. That's already been put on hold by the previous government, but that's going to be scrapped now. Boris Johnson also had a plan to build 40 new hospitals in England by 2030. 40 new hospitals. That has now been scrapped. There was a scheme that was designed to reopen previously closed rail lines. It was called the Restoring Your Railway Fund. That's been scrapped as well. So in addition to those, there was also some policies under the previous government that didn't go ahead just yet, at the time. But basically, these are going to be scrapped as well. So there was a planned cap on care charges for older people, gone. The planned sale of publicly owned NatWest shares, that's gone. Obviously, the big one that we spoke about many times, which is the Rwanda deportation scheme, that is gone. I remember Sunak was talking about getting a new qualification, which he called the Advanced British Standard, which would replace A-levels and T-levels. That is now thrown in the bin as well. So yeah, so obviously they had a bit of a back and forth. When I say they, as in Rachel Reeves and the former Chancellor, Jeremy Hunt. But yeah, long story short, this is what she's revealed to the people. So yeah, man. Next thing I want to talk about is something that was also mentioned, and this is about the junior doctors being offered a 22% pay rise.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So as soon as I heard this yesterday,
Not 22%.
22%, I messaged one of my friends who's a doctor. I said, "Are you happy about this, or is this a little too late?" And let me read out
Never
what.
too late, child. It's an ongoing cost of living crisis.
But
Can't
in
be today.
context, because remember they've been fighting for this for a long time. So this is what they said to me. Yeah, they said this is not a pay rise. This is still below inflation.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, we're at minus 20% from last year. The media, as usual, are spreading false info, and the government allegedly released it to them first before even letting us, the doctors, know. Right, maybe to win the public's favor and create this greedy doctor narrative. Right, the whole point was for us to get restoration for the pay that has been eroded by inflation, of course, that unfortunately hasn't been promised. We're basically voting on 4% more than we had last year. That's effectively what it is. I think people are annoyed at the fact that first-year doctors are paid less than their assistants who aren't doctors and for whom they have to prescribe. So that was some information that was sent. I just want to give you a bit more information on the offer. And so basically the offer is made up of 4% backdated pay rise, hence what I just mentioned, on top of the existing increase worth an average of 9% for the last financial year. The further pay rise, which is worth 8%, is being offered for this year and going into 2025, which has been recommended by an independent pay review body as well, which brings the total over the 2 years to roughly 22% on average for each junior doctor. But like I said, in context,
It don't make a difference.
it hasn't made a difference. But I will give a bit of credit to Labour. At least they've got something done. Because obviously the doctors have been going back and forth with the Tories for the longest while. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why they're in this boat. But yeah, at least it's somewhat been done in terms of offered to them. They will now vote and we'll see if they accept. But I just wanted to give you guys real information from somebody who's actually in it. You know what I'm saying? So you can see it in real context. Next thing I wanted to mention is McDonald's, man. They've been suffering, man. Well, not suffering, but they haven't been selling as much as they would normally. And this is...
Isn't this because of
Palestine.
There you go.
So no shit, Sherlock.
But yeah, basically it's because of that. Sales have dropped.
Ramsey will be happy.
Yeah. I mean...
Ramsey already had this news before it was released.
It's true.
But yeah, it's not the biggest drop in the world. The sales fell 1%, but it's still something, you know what I mean? And it's caused McDonald's to actually...
It's an impact though.
Exactly. It's caused McDonald's to actually sit back and think, oh, we now need to adjust our pricing strategy.
Pricing, not their
imagine.
values, not supporting Palestine. Okay, fair.
They're in the chokehold by the people, you know, that can't be mentioned. But this is what, you know what I mean, happens. But yeah, this is what they're planning. So guys, I think this should be a hint. If you're still buying McDonald's anyway, you should be questioning many things in life. But you know what I mean.
I ain't questioning a damn thing.
You took the words right out of my
Can't
mouth.
shame me. When I
took the
left
words right out of my
that
mouth.
TMB thing on Friday and I wasn't able to get to the Chinese restaurant I wanted to get to at 4 o'clock in the morning, guess what? I got nuggets on my way home.
Allegedly, we're not in support of Ramsey.
Listen,
When I left, that's why I got into my actually.
I don't know why you're alleging stuff.
I actually went to do the same thing.
This is my truth.
I was hungry when I left there, boy, actually.
I was starving. I was gonna go to some Chinese place in Chinatown, and they're open till 4 o'clock in the morning. So I left at the time I left. So I can make it. Yeah, but could I find
they've got
parking?
some- yeah, I know
I
what-
keep praying to God I don't get a ticket. Every time my post comes this week, I'm nervous. But yeah, I couldn't get that, so I said, what am I gonna do? Well, I did what I did. So can't shame me.
Mate, I love a chicken select with. I'm sorry.
Me too.
Sorry.
Your favourite health professional.
I'm sorry.
Protein.
You see the topic of the day?
Man. Yeah, innit?
Oh, what? Sometimes is it? Oh, is it irresponsible?
It's true. I told you this is my problem.
This
man.
is only because of the topic of the day.
Yes.
We're trying to show an example
Exactly.
of when it's irresponsible
Yeah.
to tell truth, except we're telling lies.
Exactly.
Thank you very
It
much.
was purely what?
Entertainment,
guys.
people, come on,
Pure
man.
Entertainment.
I see dead people.
This guy.
You're not serious. Then we are definitely dead to Ramsey, I will tell you that.
All right, and the last thing I wanted to mention is basically Air New Zealand has abandoned their 2030 goal to cut their carbon emissions. Why? Because it's difficult securing efficient planes and sustainable jet fuel. So they're just being upfront and being like, look, we can't reach those targets and still obviously meet our quotas and whatnot. So yeah, long story short, that is pretty much it for the People's Journal.
Thank you very much. Let's get into our last headlines.
Ask for a friend.
Okay. So I didn't see that then.
That's all right.
Well, I mean, the name's there.
Yeah, they keep putting it. I don't say the
My
names.
thing is,
Don't say it.
all
just
right.
in case.
Yeah, just.
We're going to read someone's
Okay,
marriage.
so hi guys. I drafted a message the other day, but I'm not sure you may have got it. Fortunately, I'm still thinking about it and you lot can help me out. I'll just reiterate. Basically, I'm pro-black and I'm dealing with two girls and I get along better with one girl instead of the other. One is mixed and the other is fully black, yet the mixed race girl is the one I generally gel with more, have more in common with and see a future with potentially. This is generally the first mixed race light-skinned girl I've ever dated and I feel a type of way about it because if things do go well and I potentially marry and have kids with this girl, I'd have kids that aren't fully black as they'd be quarter white. And I think that would go against what I stand for, being pro-black.
You don't.
Wow. Both their mindsets are amazing, but I feel like my heart is telling me one thing, but my pro-black mind is telling me another. What should I do? I'd greatly appreciate Emmanuel's input on this, yet all voices I'd love to hear. And in case Eman asks, polygyny is not an option. In case Eman asks, polygyny is not an option for me.
Not.
I guess this raises another question. When it comes to being for black people, is genotype the most important factor to bear in mind when it comes to who's speaking, leading the way? And if so, do we look back in the past and review fellow black historians that may have been mixed and de-amplify their mantras? Sorry, Christy. Still BOE, blessings and guidance.
Do you know what, yeah? I'm getting sick of these dilemmas. And I don't know whether it's something that we need to do an internal investigation as to kind of the messaging we're putting out there.
That's crazy. I'm not going to lie.
That's wild.
Right, what's crazy?
What's crazy?
How's
Do you
the
know what
dilemma?
it is? All right, BOE.
Go for the person you like. Like, stop
No.
treating people as if like all they are. I'm sorry, this is no.
I think, do you know what spun me? This is what spun me. I'd have kids that aren't fully black as they'd be a quarter white. I think that spun me.
What?
I know I say like I don't want mixed kids and stuff, yeah, but
But that's because you're
what's the
black and the
difference?
person be white. Not because the person's mixed race and now you're doing algebra.
yeah.
Like, stop. I feel like, okay, leave that black woman alone. Do not settle with a black woman because
Just
you're
because,
pro-black,
yeah.
and because the person you really want to be with, you can't get to be with them. I don't think these things are as important to you people as you keep making noise. This is the point to Christy. Christy ain't never dated a white man, and she wouldn't. It's not that important to you for you to be in
No, that's
here
true.
already in a dilemma where you're having to pick one between two, and stop putting people down just to like their makeup, the genetical makeup. It's not nice because you're talking about they're both level-headed, they're both this, they're both that. There's obviously stuff about her that you're drawn to. Don't reduce her to her makeup that she had nothing to do with. She woke up and found herself mixed race. Mixed race people are still black. Stop denying mixed race people of their black heritage. It's not nice. This is not a dilemma as far as I'm concerned. Be with the woman that you love. Sorry, do not, under no circumstances should you go and be with that black woman that you don't really want to be with. Don't ruin her life. Don't go and be with her half-heartedly because the woman you really want to be, you're pro-black, the pro-black figure. I'm not gonna assign, what light it is, but the pro-black figure on your shoulder is telling you to go and be with the black woman. Leave her alone. You don't really like her. Leave her alone, huh?
That figure is Emmanuel.
I said I wasn't
He
gonna
has
say
a
nothing.
little Emmanuel on his shoulder saying, hey,
Are you gonna do that?
do the right thing.
Nah, man.
This is literally
silly.
directed to Emmanuel.
This is silly. This is a joke.
This is Emmanuel, please, brother. He's asked specifically for your.
I didn't want to hear what Iman's gonna say. I might go toilet.
Sorry, the first beginning
I
part.
know he's
at the
gonna.
same time.
No,
He
yesterday.
said he's
I don't know if we're on the same time today.
he's pro-black, dealing with two girls, gets along better with the mixed race one.
He's dealing.
He's dealing
Like,
with
he's
two
seeing
girls.
both of them.
So he's obviously dating two girls,
Okay.
yeah. And he's he gets along better with the mixed race one than the black one.
Okay.
And he sees more of a future with the mixed race girl.
Okay.
But his conviction is that if he does go with her and they do settle and have kids and stuff, his kids are going to be quarter white. And he's pro-black. So he says he thinks that if he gets with her, that would go against him being pro-black and what he stands for. He said his heart is telling him to go for the mixed race girl.
Okay.
But
Then
his
go for her.
pro-blackness is telling him to go for the black girl.
I think this is so out of order, you know. I think it's so. I honestly think this is so out of order. I don't respect this at all in the slightest. I think a lot of you people keep talking about you're pro-black. You're, like, bro, even Dr. Umar would be with a mixed race woman. He said this the other day. Isn't he the leader of pro-blackness? But even then, like, stop denying mixed race people of their black heritage. You said that you met this woman. Like, what are you talking about? But you're out here doing maths about your children being a quarter white.
Let's say it from a different angle, yeah.
I can't.
Because the reality
My angle is seen. I can't.
No, let me.
I ain't got the glasses for that
tell you why,
today.
yeah. Because the reality is, people obviously see blackness in different degrees, right? And for various reasons. We've seen it throughout history. Obviously, me and Christy have had this back and forth many times, yeah. And my views have changed over the years. Because I can't. How do I say that Booker T. Washington isn't a black man? How do I say Frederick Douglass isn't a black man? You know what I'm saying? Because they have they had white fathers. But at the same time,
Christy, I can't.
no, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Obviously, you understand my position in it. But Bob Marley, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, Malcolm had some white in him as well. But anyway, so if we're living in that context where a mixed race person is a black person, then of course it's not really a dilemma, innit? But I understand his perspective, because the reality is, as much as you're going to marry this person who may fully identify as black, when we talking about the fusion of these families, he might be thinking, you know what, cool, I'm pro-black. This is the way I want to raise my kids, this, that, and the third. What about the potential influence of their white parent? What about the influence of their grandparents who are white? What about all of those things that may come with it? I don't want this for my life or for my children. You know what I'm saying? So that, as much as it may seem like it's a surface level something that's not really something to consider, because of how pro-black he is, he's thinking, do I really need this? Because at the end of the day, I don't need to choose this woman. You know what I'm saying? In that regard. But at the same time, I hear it from the other angle. Then why are you still talking to her? Why is your heart telling you, yo, I want to be with her over the other girl? You know what I'm saying? So
I think I agree with Esther, because it kind of it's rude.
It's so reductive.
I think it's rude because you don't actually like me. Like you don't like you're only really here because you're trying to convince yourself.
I align with the image you want.
Yeah, it's like you know when it's like.
Did he say that he doesn't like her though?
No, but he likes the other one more. So if he likes the other one more, why are we having this conversation?
Yeah. So basically, if he goes with the black girl, he's settling.
Because he doesn't like her, because he likes the other one.
His heart really wants the mixed race girl.
So my thing is, you're only settling with me because I make you feel good about being pro-black. Not because
I'm good for your image.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as... obviously, again, I might be reading into what you're saying.
Don't be afraid to chime in. Don't allow these beautiful black queens to dull your...
No. I'm waiting. Trust me, I'm waiting.
Yeah.
When they finish.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? I don't think it's necessarily a case... Again, let me assume that it's not necessarily a case of him settling for the black woman. But more so because when you're having kids with people, when you're having a family, it's not just a matter of love. These are political decisions that you're making now and going forward. He may be thinking, cool, I like these girls just as much. Yeah, my heart may be favoring her, but long term, for the benefit of myself, my family, my kids, my community, and the position I hold, it's better long term for my mission to be with a black woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might be as simple as that. I don't think you can then say to yourself, okay, cool, my heart wants this. Sometimes the wisdom of the heart is nonsense.
But then wait,
you know what I'm saying?
But then with that situation, because I hear what you're saying,
yeah.
But isn't it about that woman's value? Isn't it about that mixed race woman's values and how she wants to also raise her children? So if you're aligned in that, whether she's got white grandparents or not, what's that gonna do for you? Because
what if he thinks also, you know what, yes, you identify as a black man, a black woman,
yeah,
but there's still elements where you may sympathize and I don't know, have a certain affinity with the white side that I don't want any attachment to.
Do you know what it is, Iman? You're giving him way too much grace. He's not. No, but I'm saying that because he's not that pro-black. He wouldn't have dated her in the first place. You can't. You're in a dilemma. Talking about you're pro-black and you don't know what your pro-black self wants to do, but yet you knowingly put yourself
in that position.
He's not pro-black.
He's being
Okay.
100%.
Legs up
You're
in
right.
the air.
100%.
Sitting on top of the fridge when he's talking to her. Listen, don't trust me. Doing all of that. You're not pro-black. He's pro-black adjacent. He knows people that are pro-black. You are one of them. That's what he knows. I'm sorry, no.
He's living for you, Emmanuel, man.
Chris says the way it's considered weird to want to have mixed babies, is it still considered weird to want fully black kids? Word. Because sometimes you got to think about things in reverse. If I heard a mixed race guy talking about, I don't really want to be a black woman because my kids are gonna be really. When flipping, what's that king's name? Charles, allegedly, and they were asking Harry and Meghan how dark the kids were going to be. Look at the uproar. Imagine hearing that. Now, it works. It works on the flip side. To where your kids are going to be a quarter white.
I don't agree with that part though.
Of course you don't, because you're on the wrong side anyway. So of course you don't agree. That's not news to me. You said that as if that's going to stop me in my tracks. No, it's not.
Saying I want.
Let me tell you what it is here. You have to listen. It's these conversations. What these conversations do, it excludes mixed race people who identify with the black side. That's what it does, and that's a very, very hurtful thing. Because I've heard mixed race people speak about how they don't belong. They feel like they don't belong in the white side. They don't belong in the black side. These conversations are stupid. There's other ways to have more productive conversations and that do more productive. It's not nice to make people feel like they don't belong to the community because of decisions that their forefathers made or their grandparents or their parents made. They woke up one day and found themselves and discovered their mixed race. Same way you wake up one day and find that you're a black woman. Same way you wake up one day and you find out you're a black man. None of us had anything to do with that. So it's not fair to speak about people like this. Talking about you're considering your child being a quarter white. If someone said to me, my child's gonna be a 3/4 black, I'm sorry, it's the same thing to me. It's the same thing to me because that child has nothing to do with the decision that you guys made, and my parents had nothing to do with the decision, or I have nothing to do with the decision that my parents made. It's not nice to just reduce people to just bodies. But he's not that pro-black if he found himself in that situation in the first place.
What's the difference between someone saying, I just want to marry and have kids with a Ghanaian because I'm Ghanaian, just with a Nigerian person?
If you're dating a Nigerian woman and you found yourself in a place where you've fallen in love with a Nigerian woman and you're having to consider, you cannot tell me that you just want to date a Ghanaian person. You're flipping fraud. If your heart really wanted to date a Ghanaian person, you would not have put yourself in a position. Because you know what's sad as well? This poor mixed race girl, now if he decides to go and settle with the black girl, now you spent time with her, do you mean that you built a bond with her, now she has to deal with that heartbreak. This other black girl as well that you're talking to, that you are just talking to because she's good for your black aesthetic. Sorry, who even knows you? What do you do for the community? What do you do for the community? Yeah, but what do you actually do that people will be like, oh my gosh, not this blah 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 person with a mixed race woman? Do you know what I mean? Are you Dr. Umar? Are you the Dr. Umar of London, where the person that you marry is going to shake the table of the pro-blackness culture? I think it's out of order. He's a liar.
I think it's
not pro-black.
I think it just speaks a lot. I think it just speaks to an insecurity that he has.
What?
Do you know what I mean? I think for me it speaks to an insecurity there. Well, okay.
What's the insecurity?
I feel like in regards to his pro-blackness.
Yeah.
He's trying to, because to me...
He's trying to convince himself
that he's pro-black.
That's how it comes across to me, because... do you know why I say that? Because I'm pretty sure in this room, we know people that are very pro-black who have had or kids with people that are not. And this isn't even a topic of discussion.
Bro.
Who are not pro-black or not
No,
black?
who are pro-black, who have kids...
With people who are not black
who are not black.
pro-black.
They have kids with people that are not black.
Okay, cool.
But they're not trying to justify their pro-blackness. Because they know who they are.
Exactly.
Do you get what I mean?
They're confident who they are.
They're confident in their...
Is that a confidence or just acknowledging they're saying they're pro-black but like white and Asians and everything else? You know what I'm saying? Like, because is that a confidence in who they are though?
To me, they're not having to justify their reason for dating outside of their race.
Yeah, but are they going around saying I'm pro-black, I'm pro-black?
They
Going to functions with a white woman?
No, they live and breathe who they are on their platform. Like, they are very... You know who I'm talking about, right?
I know who you're talking about.
Of course, right? Extremely pro-black. Is probably one of the faces of the pro-black movement.
More than most of the people who could be screaming that they're pro-black.
Yes, in our community. However, they have a child who is mixed race, right? And they do not sit here having these kinds of conversations because their pro-blackness runs deep.
And it's not about the public.
And it's not. Do you see what I'm trying to say? That's what I'm saying. It's coming across.
They've had the conversations. If they just don't do it anymore, they've had it before.
But my point is,
they've had it.
Even if they have,
because they've needed to address it.
But even if they have, my point is that didn't stop them from dating who they wanted to date. Because the person I met, when I met them, this was before they had a platform online and before anybody knew who they were. I met them years ago at a completely different. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they didn't have a brand. They didn't have, but not to say that isn't who she was, because that's the version I met of her anyway. And then she became this really big public figure.
Yeah.
And at the time I met her, her partner was who her partner was. He hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? And so what I'm saying is, yes, you're going to have to address it because people are going to come for you and whatnot, right? And I'm not disagreeing with that. But my point is, she didn't not decide to go down the road of who she wanted to be with based on that.
Yeah.
Because
you see what I'm saying about it? Like, it's like he's trying to convince himself.
Yeah, because I feel like it sounds as though he cares about outside validation. And that's why I'm irritated. I'm just like, bro, just love who you want to love. Like, your heart wants this person. This is who you like. But you're really sitting here considering being with someone that you don't like as much as the other person because you want to appear pro-black. Like, I get what Gina's saying, because if you care more about public validation, you ain't pro-black.
No, but can I say, I need to dissect this thing, because he literally said he's never, if you read it, he said he's never, this is the first time, right? I swear he made that clear.
Yeah, she's the first mixed race light skin girl.
So I'm not gonna, if that's the first, I guess, I don't know what, and also he's dealing with two people at the same time.
Yeah.
So people are exercising their dating options out here.
Of course.
So, if then people are exercising their dating options, and he believes a certain thing, I don't necessarily believe that. Oh, if he goes for the black girl, that's him settling for her.
Yeah.
Because he actually may like her.
If a guy, if you met a guy and you come to find out that there's a mixed race woman that he's in love with, he loves her, his heart's telling her to be with him. However, that he likes you because you're pro-black and he feels that you are what he should be with. How does that make you feel?
Bro, it's settling. No matter how
No, please, I need to know how. Christy, how does that make you feel?
No. But
how does that make you feel, Christy?
That's not. I don't feel like that will be also. That's just also the part of the main reason.
Wait. I need my question answered.
I don't think.
How does that make you feel?
What?
That a guy comes to you and says to you that, okay, basically I've been dating you and a mixed race woman. I'm in love with the mixed race woman. My heart is telling me to be with her because I like her. But I feel like you are who I should be with because you're also pro-black. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, it could make me feel some type of way. I'm not gonna say it's not gonna make me feel some type of way.
Okay, so why? So would you want him to be with you?
And if you say yes, you're lying.
No. It depends at what stage you were at. I can't lie to you.
Wait.
So you're saying hold on.
What stage are we at? Because if we were just on the dating level, then I'll be like, by all means, go do what you're doing.
Chrissy, no.
Go do what you're doing.
So you're telling me if a guy said to you, yeah, I'm dating, there's two of you that I'm like chatting to, dating or whatever, yeah, I like you, but I'm not gonna lie, I prefer my girl, yeah. I prefer her. I'm more drawn to her. Then I feel like we get along better. Blah blah. However,
I would say go there.
But why do you want him to go?
No, but wait. No, let me please. However, I'm not gonna lie. A part of me feels like you're the better option because you're black. Yeah.
One.
And me having kids with you, our kids are gonna be fully black.
Two.
Mm-hmm. Although secretly, my heart belongs to her over you.
Three.
You're telling me
if he's saying secret,
you're telling me,
of course I'm
but
not.
that's what he's saying.
Wait.
I'm not gonna.
No, Christy, wait.
I'm not gonna.
Why?
I'm not. If you're saying your heart belongs to someone else, already that's a different.
No, but why don't you want him to be?
I'm not. I don't.
Wait, Christy, wait.
If someone, you're saying you prefer someone over me already. That's already. Of course, I'm gonna be like, if you prefer someone over me, then of course this ain't gonna work.
But why wouldn't you want him to be with you?
Because he says he prefers someone over me.
So do you feel like that's him settling?
What?
If he was to be with you, do you feel like he would be settling for you?
I don't think he will.
It's a yes or a no, my dear.
He probably would. He would consider it settling.
He is.
He would. He may. No, I don't feel like he would see it as settling. Though.
Would you see it as him settling for you? That's what I want to know, Christine.
Because he's only picking you because you're
Because
black,
you're
by
black and
the
you're
way.
pro-black.
By the way, he's only picking you because you're...
Would you see
If
it
it's
as
a
him
comparison
settling
of the
for
two,
you?
because hold on a minute, he's wrote it here in clear as day, yeah? There are two girls. I prefer my girl to my girl. However, I'm going to go for her because she's black. Because if I go for her, I'm going to have 3/4 black kids. And that's going to go against me being pro-black. So I'm going for her because she's black, not because that's what my heart is telling me to do.
Exactly.
No, but wait.
Okay, bro,
But the thing is,
stop making excuses. It's in black and white. Why is everyone being obtuse? I don't understand.
But at the same time,
the second is still pro-black, but he's a fake with you guys. No, but I'm the real one.
But my argument
same
also,
time-
by the way, is not that I'm not even disputing him being pro-black or not. Like that's not even what I'm not gonna lie. I'm not. That's not where I am, and that's not what I care about right now. Yeah, that's not the hill I'm dying on. My thing is, you lot saying, "Oh, it's not settling,"
Is wild.
is what I don't understand.
Cool.
You're being obtuse
Okay,
because
cool.
brother, he is settling.
Okay, cool.
It is what it is. Why are we
Do you know
making
it is?
excuses and trying to think pieces on
Okay,
him being
okay.
Wait, hold on.
settling?
And you don't think it's settling if he goes with her and says and
goes with the other girl?
Yeah, because of the he said you don't want a quarter. You don't think that's settling either.
No, but he's going with her.
So
You-
wait.
Do you know why he's
It's
not
not
settling?
settling.
Do you know what
He wants.
He's not, because that's who he wants.
No, but it's
Okay,
still
but
not.
wait.
How is he settling?
Wait,
Because
no,
he's
wait.
still
Wait,
not
I'm
Also
having
be
sorry.
that.
settling if he went there
Okay, so
doing that as well though.
because-
So wait, you see how you present
Yeah.
the argument?
Yeah, he would also be settling.
You see how you present the argument that would he also be settling? Is that because you admit then he's settling with the black girl?
No,
Because you're still acting as though that's not settling. And I'm listening, I'm paying attention to every word you're saying.
you can say, yeah. Either way,
Is he settling or not?
No,
with the black girl.
Either way, he'll be settling. That's what I'm saying. Either
Okay,
way,
so-
he'll be settling.
Okay.
Either way, because you're also saying that he should. That part also. I'm sorry. This is what I don't like about us here. I can be the villain. I don't even care.
Oh, sorry.
I don't even care. There certain things we don't think about in the future, and if that's something that's of importance to you, I 100% believe you should stand on that.
Christy, would you date a white man?
No, I wouldn't.
Why wouldn't you date a white man?
Because I love me.
Would you allow yourself
Would
to
you
even
allow yourself to get a
start
position
talking to a white
to talk
man?
to a white man?
To fall in love with a white man?
No,
I don't think so.
No, I wouldn't.
Exactly. So what are you
Okay,
talking about?
So that's what
So
the
what are you
main
talking
issue
about?
is.
Is it, no. Hold on. No. In this,
You wouldn't even
no.
let
Can I
him
finish?
bat an
No.
eyelid.
Can I finish? Because he didn't. He's not talking about a white girl. If this was talking about a white girl here, we would have a different conversation. You people in here who don't make the distinction already said this.
No, but Christy, he's
So-
talking about a white girl because
No.
he said
No.
that-
Can I
he-
finish? Can I-
he
I've let-
said
please?
he's
He doesn't
charged with a
identify
quarter
her
white.
as black though.
He
No.
said he's charged with a quarter white.
Yes.
So we're not the only ones talking about whiteness. He did.
Yeah,
he brought it up.
Yes, he brought it up. But I'm saying, you lot saying, trying to make the comparison with the white guys is totally different. Because in spaces, mixed race people, or if you are half black, you are seen as black. So therefore, if he's allowed himself or whatever, that I don't think that's a big issue because majority of people say, oh, they don't make the distinction. So I don't feel like that should be given as some type of a knock because had he allow himself to get there? Because in spaces there are a lot of spaces where there are mixed race people, right?
Okay, so if that's the case,
It's different from a white. It's a white.
No,
you
but which I
purposely.
hear, but
No,
that-
wait,
for me,
sorry.
I don't understand why this is a
but
dilemma.
Exactly. So I can
That's
agree
what I'm
with you.
saying.
I can agree with you on that. So if in spaces is the same thing, why is this a dilemma then? Because then technically, if in spaces we see mixed people as black people and
Yeah,
why is the
because-
dilemma
Because I
then?
think he's still struggling. with
Exactly.
that.
Which is why I said he's insecure. I said this.
Okay, fine.
I said this, and when I did it, why do you think he's being this? You've just, bro.
Okay, cool.
You literally answered the question.
He is as,
No,
She
but-
just be my glory.
Like,
She
wait,
just
wait,
be
wait.
my glory.
So, you know when
We
they
got
say
you
God
in
be
the
the
end.
glory?
Okay. Maybe you're seeing it as the same thing, but is it insecurity or is it just him still thinking cool?
He's convicted, and it's an issue with him
Yeah.
within himself, and I said that.
Okay, you're seeing
Which
that
is
as
why I
insecurity.
said, maybe insecurity is not the word, but my thing is, this is a you issue, and the thing is, the ideal situation is leave them both then and go and find a pro-black girl who you get along with, who ticks all your boxes, because like Chrissy said, then you're settling either way, right? Abby, you're settling either way. But
What if you feel... Sorry, go on.
But my whole issue was, it's that. It's that because Yeah, and again, if like what Chrissy said, I don't look at mixed race people and say that they're not black. That's not me. Like, do you know what I mean? Because I'm not being rude, but white people don't see you as mixed. They see you as black,
and they say
that. But it don't matter what white people think.
I can't lie. I don't think that, and that's my issue.
Yeah.
But for me,
but it does matter because
I don't distinguish. For me personally, I do not distinguish mixed race people as non-black people. Yeah. So if that's what we're saying, why is this a dilemma then?
Exactly.
Because they are both black.
Because he doesn't necessarily believe that or has come to that
so why
revelation.
Did he date
so then it's your
because
own
he still
problem.
thinks like this is not a white person. This is still somebody who has black.
No, it doesn't work like that. No, but Emmanuel, according to what Christy said, where it's like people see mixed race people as black. This shouldn't be a problem then. All this, you're conflicted,
No, but
it shouldn't have been a problem.
Think. It's him though.
It is about what people think though.
Unfortunately,
because
guys,
his heart wants him.
I have to go.
Oh yeah.
Actually
yeah.
Girl, you've done justice, so it's alright, girl.
Come on, baby.
You listen.
Well done.
Once again.
You even got me
Well
sweating.
done.
Your wig over there and my armpits are moist and I'm wearing a vest.
You promised to give me high blood pressure on Tuesday.
But because my thing is, like,
love who you love, man.
if that's my thing. Love who you love, because the thing is that you can't tell me you're now sitting here thinking about family. Like, if this is such a big issue for you, if thinking about the future, like Christian was saying, like think about what's the word? I'm thinking about let's just say, for lack of a better word, consequences of your actions, and you're thinking long term beyond who you date. Then you should have been intentional about that from the start. You can't be in this position now and then be like, oh, I think but what I'm going to do is then he didn't even say I'm going to end this. Not be with the guy I'm trying to settle with, and then figure something out. You're out here trying to choose somebody else on account of they're pro-black. He praised this mixed race girl.
Do you know the thing is, maybe but Esther, do you know it may be also. It's just that obviously, like to me, again, I could be wrong, so forgive me. But he might be somewhat young, innit? Like mid-20s or something like that.
You knew not to put his age.
No, I didn't put his age.
I would love to know his age.
He might be thinking, cool, 100%. I like this mixed girl much better in it, or whatever it may be. But I am pro-black and I care about everything to do with blackness and pro-blackness. How do I marry these ideas? You know what I'm saying? So it may be more so, I'm just asking, is this correct? Because I'm so in touch with my pro-blackness, right? That I don't want to make a decision where the implications going further in the future after me is kind of impacted. You know what I'm saying?
You know, that's fair. And if that's the case, you're very wrong in what you're thinking. If that's the case, if he's asking, is this right? Is it not right? I think he's wrong for moving the way he's moving. I think it's very out of order. I think that if he doesn't want to be with the mixed race woman, don't be with her because you're pro-blackness. But what I will not to do is encourage you to go and be with a black woman that I care about because you feel like she's pro-black. There's more to people than the ideas and their values and stuff like that. There's other boxes they've got to tick. And if this woman, she might be a nice person, whatever, that's great. However, if you're only going to be with her because she's pro-black, and that's the selling point, that's the tipping point.
Yeah.
Please leave that woman alone to go and be with someone that will actually love her and actually cares for her and actually wants to be with her, not because they feel like Dr. Uma's going to flog them in their sleep because they're with a mixed race woman.
Do you know the thing is? Like, don't get me wrong, I fully understand what you're saying. I fully get what you're saying. But I feel like some of the things that we care about in life, they're negotiable. Certain things though, like the family you want to create, I think he's conscious of that. You know what I'm saying? And he's just unsure about, look, if I'm really pro-black and I feel like the best way to be a pro-black and live as a pro-black person is to procreate with a black woman, right? Of course, he's still working with the definition of what a black woman is. But for somebody who is pro-black, I'm trying to put myself in this position, it would be crazy saying to myself, I'm pro-black, find a mixed person and be like, okay, cool. Amazing, let's have kids, this and the third. And every time I go into their household and I see their mum, I'm saying mum. Like, it messes up the brain.
Would you ever date a mixed race person?
Now I would. But
but
before I wouldn't. No. Okay. This is why I understand. This is why I understand where he's coming from.
Okay.
And this is the thing. Me and Iman don't even agree on that stance.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. So again, if that's what he's having to that's his stance on certain things.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna shut it down I'm not gonna put it down on him because he actually is thinking intentionally, like, actually with the family I want to create,
exactly.
this there may be some conflict there. I'm not gonna down it. I'm not. I mean, if he was now talking about, sorry, I can't lie. If he was talking about
Yeah.
others, then it will be a different
course,
conversation. Do you know, it will be a different conversation. But however, but my thing is, I don't see, either way. I think yes, I do agree with Esther in the point that you can, if you want, you can find a black girl.
Yeah.
You can find a black girl. You can. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like it wasn't detailed enough in saying, because he could also see other values aside from the fact that she's black.
And
that's what I'm trying to, that's the argument I'm trying to state. I don't think it's just based off, because she's just because she's black.
Exactly, yeah.
And this is what we're having. He clearly likes her.
He likes both of them.
He likes both of them.
Yeah.
Yes, he can say, he's saying he sees a future. Maybe he spent more time. I don't know. I don't know what in the context of how they met or whatever. But in this dating market, you got you weigh certain things up.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's where I feel like that's what he's doing. He's weighing certain things up, and I need to think about this.
Yeah.
What do I want long term? And I don't think there's any issue with that.
Yeah.
I don't think there's an issue with it, but I think that if you're this for black and this is such a dilemma, then I think you start how you mean to finish, and you started dating somebody that you knew that at some point will cause a conflict with you should you really like them, and then now you're acting confused as to what you should do. That's wonderful. The second question was, when it comes to being for black people, is genotype the most important factor to bear in mind when it comes to who's speaking, leading the way? And if so, do we look back in the past and review fellow black historians that may have been mixed and de-amplify their mantras?
Well, we're kind of touching it, to be fair. And I think this is where, obviously, like we said many times, where me and Chrissy differ. And I never thought this way before, but it's like, in history, a lot of my heroes were people who were mixed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how do I call somebody like Booker T. Washington not a black man? How is that possible? You know what I'm saying? He influenced Marcus Garvey. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you look at Bob Marley and say this man's not a black man? How do you look at Malcolm? Of course, he wasn't like half black and half white, but he would be, I guess, the result of what this man's saying here, where he's got a mixed missus and he's black. You know what I'm saying? How do we look at these people and say these are not some of the greatest black men that's ever lived? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I've come to that sort of
yeah, but you
realization.
You always do this, and yes, and I'm not disregarding anything that those men have thingy. Not at all. I'm not speaking to that, but they, okay, Bob Marley's more recent, but still, but most of them were in a time where that you need to. I feel like people don't.
That's true.
When you bring up those examples, that was in the time that we are in.
Yeah.
That they were in.
Yeah.
So, my biggest thing is, and it seems like I'm speaking against. It seems like I'm speaking or against mixed race, and I'm really not.
No, of course not.
What I really like people to. I'd like to drive the point is, my issue is, based on that time, we are still going off the values based off that time, and that's what I don't like. Meaning, because who brought up where did the one drop rule originate from? From who?
America.
From which race of people?
Whites.
Okay. And in 2024, it originated from there, and we still want to carry that on. That is my issue.
But I don't subscribe to no one drop rule. I think that's foolishness.
No, but I'm saying, but this is all part of the conversation. And my thing is, when it is like, oh well, white people don't see you as that, so therefore.
I also don't agree with that part too.
Because white people don't see you as that,
So
therefore, automatically you get put in the box. And I guess I get that things. Culture, everything dictates certain things about your blackness. I get that. However, I'm on the premise of I don't like that why is it that every onus is on us for the onus? But then when there's a problem, we can, as you said, when there's a problem, there needs to be some type of I feel like there's a problem with us. That's what I'm saying. It's a problem with us because I don't need to subscribe to that. Because with me, I will make a distinction. So you're never gonna catch me talking about when it's a good person, you're claiming them as black, or when it's something bad, or then you're gonna make a separation. No, I would rather make a distinction from now because that same thinking will get used against us in certain situations, and that's what I don't like. Again, they are still dictating, and that's my issue.
It's tough though because. I guess this is the reason why, to me, I subscribe most to ethnicity. That's the thing I care about. Color is all fake. What does it even mean, right? But it's tough because, again, even to quote Dr. Umar, like you can't dictate who the ancestors choose to come through. And sometimes they may come through a mixed race person and impact us as black people in a phenomenal way. We've seen it in the past already, you know what I'm saying? So to say, okay, cool, this particular mixed race person, because of X, Y, and Z, we don't want to, you know what I mean, marry or have kids or bring into the community. If that person fully identifies as a black person, how can we say the person is not black? You know what I'm saying? In that sort of, I get what you're saying, but in that sort of, in that context, you know what I'm saying? Like, how is that possible? And that's why I've changed my mind over the years.
And I hear that. But however, I just feel like nowadays,
yeah.
And again, it may sound rude, but I don't like the fact that nowadays, when you say, oh yeah, I can identify as something, but you can always opt out of that.
True indeed.
And I don't like that. I'm literally done saying that right now. I don't like that. But I don't like that because when you say when you say I identify as something, there's always the option to be like, actually no, I don't. You can go back on that, and that's my issue, and that is my clear issue because we don't get to choose.
That's true.
We don't, and I'm not putting onus on because they had no hand in how they got here, and that's why I say that's why I feel like we as people who are gonna go on forth need to be attentional about what we're doing,
100%,
because that's what it creates, and that's what I don't like, because now there are conversations and nuanced conversations that need to start having where that don't need to be had, that don't need to be a conversation.
Yeah.
And that's when you can now opt out. Me personally, I don't like that. Opting out of blackness to me that's a no-go for me.
100%.
Because once you're in, you're in. I'm sorry.
And you shouldn't have to even say I identify as black because us who are black don't get a choice.
And that's what I don't like.
Yeah, I fully get it.
Saying I'm black and I identify as, to me, this is where it gets tricky for me. And for me, if you're gonna stay there, this is why the conversations happen with flipping. We've got a Kamala Harris issue. Obviously, I know for America it's different. It's nuanced. The whole one drop rule. But to me, I see it differently. We have that. We have an issue with flipping Amber Rose of all people. We have those issues because when certain people are speaking are made speaking heads or talking points, and they made figureheads, this conversation comes up, and that's my issue.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100%.
Because now when we can't get to the nitty gritty because we now have to decide. Oh, but are you black today? Or then we get flipping dissertations from flipping Reese Webber talking about, oh, I didn't get, I'm not the type of black and this and that and stuff like that. We get them kind of conversations, and again, it gets put on to black people that we're the blame, or it's because I don't feel this way, or I don't feel welcomed, or I don't think. Me personally, I would like to avoid all of that. I would. And that's not to say people aren't gonna go on and have interracial relationships. They are. But for me, I feel like generally certain conversations get avoided when you intentional about who you're dating. And I've said it before, those are serious questions you need to be asking yourself before you do that.
No, I fully get what you're saying because obviously, like I said, in a particular context, I believe, mixed race people are black, but it's disingenuous for us to actually act as though, okay, cool, you're black, but one parent is white. So really in another context, you are mixed. And there's obviously a distinction in society, you know what I'm saying, between you and those who don't have mixed heritage, you know what I'm saying? So I hear it, man. It's one of those things, man. But a lot of these discussions obviously stem from a real bad place. And this is what Daryl enlightened us about, you know what I'm saying, when we went through the history of it. A lot of these things were used against us to divide the community. So I guess the most prudent thing for us to do is figure out a way for us to get past it, man, and come to some common ground. But just to say, for people in the chat who were saying, it's just based on how the person looks, it's ridiculous. He's not an idiot, right? Obviously, I don't know who this is, but I'm assuming he's not an idiot. It's not about how the amount of melanin somebody has, you know what I'm saying, just how they look. It's long-term. like I said, having kids and having a family is a political stance. These things make sense and have implications long term. You know what I'm saying, in our communities. But anyway,
yeah, I need to add as well. When I'm questioning his pro-blackness, is because the point I'm trying to get to is that he needs to go where the love is. I think that a lot of times when people say a lot of things, it's about optics. It's about how people see you. It's about you just care about your image. I don't think that it's fair to reduce people to just that. So maybe what he needs to do is think about how he sees mixed race people. Does he see them as black or not? For me, as far as I'm concerned, the fact that you got this far where your heart is now entangled with a mixed race woman, and then now is only when you're thinking about having children, blah 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 blah. So I don't think that pro-blackness is as important to you as you're writing in your dilemma. I think that's what I'm trying to say, actually. Yeah, that's it. I don't think that it's as important to you as you're writing dilemma. And that's not a bad thing. I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing that you be with a mixed race woman and you say you're pro-black. I wouldn't cuss that. However, you cannot tell me that this is such a big thing for you, a determining factor, and you allow yourself to get to a point where you're at now. Go where the love is, brother.
I do think he's
Go where
young.
the love is.
I do think he's young.
I mean, even if it's 45, go where the love is.
Yeah, I do think he's young. Hence, maybe I guess the.
But you know, my problem is, Chrissy, though. That's why I think we need to have a meeting about how it is, as in this show. What message you're putting out there, because the rise in dilemmas about pro-blackness and your partner, and I get that people obviously learn as they go along and blah 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 blah, but I don't think it's as. I don't think sometimes people maybe people understand what it actually means to be pro-black. I feel like you're taking on other people's ideas. The fact that you got a dilemma that is about your life, but you're bringing in Iman and Christy. Sorry, that's the most Brent. That's the most unserious thing ever. Because if I'm picking between a partner, I don't give two shits what Iman and Christy think. I'll tell you that for free. I don't even care what my mum thinks. Like, how much more two strangers? And I'm not trying to be rude about anything, but big man, go where the love is. That girl loves you. You love her. She's great for you. Don't worry about the white ancestors. That's got nothing to do with you. Brent, what are you going to say, sorry?
All right, so a few things. First of all, the fact that he has asked or directed this to Emmanuel means that he really cares about Emmanuel's philosophy and his take on things. Right?
Oh, I was going to say he cares about Iman's view on him.
Why he's conflicted in the first place, right? So today is when he's going to learn, because you asked him that direct question. You asked Emmanuel that direct question, would you marry a mixed race person? And Emmanuel said
his
yes.
leader said yes.
Emmanuel said yes.
Your idol said
quickly.
yes. You better go. You better go propose. He said yes.
Yes.
Get Iman to come and MC at your wedding.
He said yes.
Get Iman to be the MC,
not MC
at your wedding.
So if you don't need to be conflicted anymore, sir.
Conflict done.
The person, because I know that people follow so many different people, whether it's artists, whether it's politicians, whether it's prime ministers, whether it's presidents. A lot of us follow the things that a lot of these people on TV say.
Yeah.
Right? And we can see it. We talk about it every single day. You've been influenced by this person, this person, this person, this person, this person. I mean, we have a whole thing where, like, we have an industry called influencers, right? Because they influence people. So I am not opposed to us influencing others, 100%. But what is clear right now to that guy is that he can date that mixed race person. It's okay. Because the guy he champions...
He said he got a co-sign.
He said, go for that mixed race,
You got to
baby.
stamp of approval, brother.
He said, go for it, baby. He said, go for it.
He said, let love in. Let love win.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
And Iman is a great lyricist, so he can write your files for you if you want. Make a little pro-black and real razzle-dazzle up in there. You contact him, I'm sure he'll be happy to do that for you.
But I feel like...
Brother.
I would have thought you would have got that from Iman anyway, though.
It does come with like 5 different asterisks.
He would have gotten that from Iman.
Got what from Iman?
Impossible.
That mix... But
No, that's something you and Iman have had privately. Iman
No, okay, not about, but as in, Iman champions, the Gracie champions.
It's one thing saying I respect such and such and such.
Oh, you championing?
And it's a because you champion Malcolm X. You champion
Of course I do.
Marcus Garvey and all them.
Marcus
people
Garvey,
that-
it's black.
All right,
Yeah,
so
okay.
but yet you would say no intentional dating. So he wouldn't have gotten that from Emmanuel because Emmanuel said the same thing, but Emmanuel hasn't said I'm gonna date a lighty. And
he got that today.
No, he has.
No, but
Just
again, I do want to add some.
Yeah.
It's too
some
late.
data.
Yeah.
No, because it
Stamped.
comes with like a few asterisks.
T's and C's.
Yeah, 100%. You gotta be super pro-black, right? And so does she. You gotta cover all bases because there are implications. But again, I'm somebody who cares about ethnicity, right? And so that's number one for me. But if you was to meet somebody that's like cool, has everything else that you're talking about, and is just as pro-black as you, like really pro-black, not just in name, but really that, and they're mixed or whatever it may be, right? And there's no censorship on what you can say in your own house, right? And all them sort of things there, then cool, you know what I'm saying? But if you feel like being with that person, they may say they're pro-black or whatever it may be, and you feel like you have to hold back, I think that's where the issue is, because you're not being yourself, you know what I'm saying? And that's, I think, one of the things that you have to bear in mind.
And I also think, again, I definitely feel like he's young because
Yeah, I think
also in me saying I'm pro-black or whatever, and I hold who you go home to. It's a big factor for me. It genuinely is. However, there are other factors. They are. I'm not discounting all the other factors and just saying that's the only thing. There are other factors. So him even saying he's pro-black and stuff, and he also needs to consider the person, this mixed race issue, also on the same level.
That's my thing, because it sounds like she is. It sounds like
so.
The way he's
also
talking
needs to talk about that.
Yeah.
And that's how I was like,
and I feel like that's where people get me wrong, because I've said this. I've not said is. I hold that in high regard. Let's be clear. A black family is number one for me. I don't care what no one says.
100%.
Because that's where, for me, that's where it begins.
That's the foundation.
That is where it begins. But there are other things necessary to do that.
Exactly.
Like I said, I'm not just out here on the whim. Let's be every black thing. I will be a supporter if I feel strongly about. Hence why I love the new black. But I will support black. I will. Everywhere I will show up. Let's be clear. I'm not just saying it just because. I will show up. I believe strongly that there's certain things that need to be in place that we need to be doing. But I'm not just saying, oh well, if you date black then I rate you. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, because also the person that you're dating, they even what's their mindset?
And you know what it is?
So
that's my thing.
It's not just that.
I think that's why the whole thing irritated me, because it sounds as though like you're with somebody who is aligned with you mindset wise, values wise, and stuff like that. But because when you guys have children, they're gonna be a quarter white. You feel like that's worth. Anyway, some of you have not dealt with heartbreak. Some of you haven't dealt with loneliness. Sometimes that's the problem. That's the honest truth. Because if you had dealt with loneliness, and I pray you never deal with loneliness, but if you had dealt with loneliness, baby. Because if this woman has got great qualities, she's pro-black like you, or she's like whatever the case is, but you just want to be somebody else because they're fully black. And anyway, I hope you've answered the question. What should just conclude? Who should he go with, or what should he do? Very quickly.
I think he needs to question. He needs to evaluate what pro-blackness means to him. Yeah. That's one thing I agree.
I think that's the main thing.
That's what I would say.
That's the beginning.
That's what I'll say, because obviously he mentioned me at the end. I know what it means to me.
He hashtagged.
Let's be clear.
He did. He hashtagged sorry Christy.
Yeah. He did.
Hashtag.
He did.
Then he even said BOE and everything.
Yeah. Exactly.
Don't plagiarize what you're saying.
Again, me, when I'm speaking on here, I speak for me. Let's be clear. I speak for me. The way I move is the way I move. No one can shift me from my stance. Let's be clear. No one can't shift me.
Let's be clear, girl.
I don't. There's no conversation to be had with me. There's no conversation to be had with me. So if that's the line you're going, then I beg you need to sit down and question what your pro-blackness is. That's what I'm saying. If that's the line you're going, you could be a E-man who said now he's changed his stance. So that's what I'm saying. Me, I'm not movable with my stance. I'm not movable.
You're calling him like a tissue in the wind?
No,
you're right.
No.
Emmanuel, pro-black activist. How do you feel about that, Emmanuel?
Melanin jumper. Listen,
I wouldn't have that if I were you.
there's nothing
to have or not have.
So you're wishy-washy.
No, she didn't.
Oh,
Christine knows me.
She said
You're a phony.
You're here today, gone tomorrow. Come see, come sir.
Impossible.
Come see, come. You get my nerves.
What? Whoa, Chris, I love you for that. Oh, I never thought I'd see the day. Whoa.
So my advice to him is that's what I'm saying. He needs to evaluate that.
Yeah.
Because if he's really trying to do this, then this can't. Then yeah. But if that's what I'm saying, it depends on the level that you're trying to aim at.
Sorry, you know what's funny? I just saw that when he said age, he said it doesn't matter. Oh, it does. Well, to Christy, to me, it doesn't matter. If you're first 5 10, it's the same damn thing. I agree with Christy. I think that's your first thing. You need to figure out what does pro-blackness mean to you. And I think there's nothing wrong with being inspired by people. There's nothing wrong with. I don't know if I want people to be. I don't know if being influenced by people is the word, but I think there's nothing wrong with being inspired by people. I think there's nothing wrong with your thinking being challenged by the views of others and their experience and stuff like that. However, you have to be careful, and this is you and anybody else that wherever. If the shoe fits Cinderella, begin to lace it up. I think that you have to be careful to not internalize other people's values and morals and thinkings, because, for example, he's internalized yours, right? The whole time didn't even know you dated a mixed race woman. Whole time. No, it's all right, it's done. You said that already. Whole time. Do you get me? Like, so sometimes, yes, there's something in admiring people, admiring Christy and Iman's passion for pro-blackness. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's beautiful to do that. However,
No, go.
You don't know what they do behind the scenes.
I don't understand what
word! You don't know what I'm doing behind the scenes. What? I know what you're saying. Can you register that? I'm gonna ask.
I'll tell you.
Okay. Do you get me? So like, there's nothing wrong with like being admired, like admiring people, blah blah blah. But don't get to a point in your life where you are with a mixed race woman who you love and who is pro-black and who you align with values and whatever, but because Emmanuel. because you didn't think Emmanuel
said so.
Bro, man, hashtag sorry Christy.
It's not what I said.
Hashtag.
You look, man.
You know what? I don't even get. I commend him, please. I commend him. No, I do, because certain things you will have to. If it will be you question. So
do you know what?
I rate it. I rate it.
I think what spun me is the quote white. I think if this dilemma had gone on with no mention of the poor kids' race, I might have had a bit more grace to him. But I think mentioning that just made me feel like you, like, even this woman that you say you love and whatever, like you just reduced her to she's mixed race. No, the great thing she is. And then the black girl, that you also get along with and you think is cool and blah blah blah. You've just reduced her to she's BOE and she's full black.
But that's what I'm saying. What else? I'm saying in his pro-black stance, what are those women have shown him? That's what I want to know.
Because in my mind, they would have showed you something, because he sounds like a sensible person for the most part.
That matters.
So they would have showed you something that has kept you this engaged this far. Anyway, we're all aligned in that we think that you need to look into your pro-blackness and what it means to you.
What it means to you.
No, what it means to
deep
Christy
down,
and
what
Iman.
it means to you. And what some may say this is, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that.
What? Truth and the responsible truth?
Yeah.
Know that.
Maybe I shouldn't say. Or maybe I'll word it different. I don't know how to word it.
Supermort said he wants to get Iman's blessings. Can you bless the union?
Yes, I can.
Do the hand movements as well. Right?
Like, do you get me?
I mean,
say it, because I know you're dying for it. You're gagging for it.
My thing is, what is it that you're willing to sacrifice?
Well,
what are you willing to sacrifice?
To be fair though,
No, because you said, some people haven't considered loneliness. Me, I've been lonely, but
that's fair.
It is what it is.
Wait a minute.
Wait,
I've experienced loneliness before. Who hasn't? Come on, don't be silly. I'm human. I've experienced loneliness.
So basically, you're saying, if you want to be like me,
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Pussy
pursue
heavy
the
is the head.
pro-black.
No.
narrative.
I'm not saying.
And if it is that you want love, if you want companionship, if you don't want loneliness,
No, that's not what I'm saying, Brent.
The one that loves you.
No, that's not what I'm saying, Brent. Because
Talk to me.
your immediate jump to the white man, and I'm not feeling that.
There's no, it's a mixed race person.
No.
In this picture.
No.
Would you be a mixed race person? Oh no, you wouldn't. You said no, so we covered that.
I wouldn't.
Probably. Hey, let's hope.
No, no.
You're so annoying,
Probably is a hope. That's not a definite.
No. I don't think you
No, I deep it, 100%.
No, I believe
you. I believe
No.
you.
Outside
All
of
I keep
these,
saying is give another
outside
10
of these
years.
walls,
That's it.
no, outside of these walls, my social circle,
All them know.
It's black.
yeah, like where I am, apart from work,
Don't worry.
which don't even count because most of the time I'm working from home, so they don't even bloody count anymore. But
Does albino count?
when we've already had this discussion already, yes, of course that counts.
As black, right?
No, that is.
I was so
we've already-
scared.
Alright.
I was going to say no.
I've said this
All
already.
right.
I've said this already.
I was so
I've said this
scared.
already.
Actually, breathe for a second.
No, but certain.
So you would get with a white man then?
No, I
Oh
wouldn't.
my goodness.
No, I would not. No, I would not. No, I would not.
I love how
dilemma.
you're
No, I would
saying it's
not.
not.
No, I would
it's
not.
not how he presents. I love that.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No,
bro.
that's what you're saying.
That's
Because
not
I
what I'm
said
saying.
albino.
That's not what I'm saying. Because if it was that guy that Gina was fetishizing, how he presents.
No, but he's white.
But how did you've seen
No,
him?
but he's
You've
white.
seen him. You know how he presents.
He's white.
Okay, yeah, but you know how he presents. That's what what you're going with. How someone presents.
Gina catches strays.
What?
Gina catches strays.
No,
Yeah, she wasn't brave enough to do what she said.
No, the guy that. No, I'm saying
She
the guy
was
that
giving you some,
the
and
guy
you're like,
that-
pow,
no,
pow,
the
pow,
guy
pow,
that
pow.
Gina brought up as
Pow,
he
pow,
was
pow, pow.
fetishizing. He presents himself a
okay.
certain way. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. I remember you said.
Yeah. There's a set. I'll show you.
Okay,
I'll show you
yeah,
after.
yeah.
But yeah, it's all.
No, I hate when you started that wicked laugh. I hate it
I
because
hate
he probably laughs from like the depths of his that belly.
There was a moment
It's a belly laugh.
She was in the corner. She would get it from her left. She would get it from her right.
No, I wanted them to finish.
Do that.
No, I wanted them to finish. I wanted them to finish.
I would,
Look at this guy adding sauce. I wanted them to finish.
You're so out of
I wanted them to finish.
Ah, Christy,
I didn't
love
say
you,
what
man.
I wanted to say.
Love you, man.
Anyway,
10 years. 10 years.
Yes.
are you a witch? I can. What do you mean?
Are
10
you
years?
exactly? Are you
she'll-
sick?
She'll be married.
Are you sick?
To a black
Brent,
man, by the grace of God, that she wants. Yes,
100%,
amen.
man.
It's because you
Loved
lot
up.
don't know me outside of this. This is the problem.
Loved up.
You lot don't know me outside of this.
Loved up, bro.
Oh, shut up! You're getting my nerves. You're like, what are you doing here? What are you doing?
Yeah, you lot don't know me outside of this, but
Yeah. At the end of the day, I think you guys are right, man. Like, decide on what you consider black in it. Like, know what that means to you, and then make
make
the
the
decision,
decision.
man.
Make the
Because obviously, if you asked me some years back, I would have said something different. And you know what I'm saying?
Thank God.
now look
You
at
know
that.
what I
See,
mean?
that's what I'm saying.
Look at that.
E-man, E-man has evolved.
Growth.
I
He
like
man
how
has
you said
evolved.
evolved. I love
evolved.
that. You didn't say digest.
She said growth.
Right.
She didn't say he grew. She said he evolved.
Yeah, he has evolved though.
Evolved to a man she don't recognize no more.
He's evolved, isn't it?
Anyway, man, keep your
Yes.
dilemmas coming. We'll always be here to answer them, regardless of what you're asking and regardless of how heated the conversations get. It's always said with love.
Yes,
So, but all the
100%.
best, babes. I hope that you figure it out, and I hope you go where it is that you're happiest, wherever that looks like, whatever that looks like for you. That is, you're going with a black woman because you're pro-black. I pray that goes well for you. If that's you going with a mixed race woman, I pray that goes well for you. Don't worry. I feel like he was probably worried about me and Iman at the live show and like, being like, oh, this is my woman. And Iman's like,
Nah,
well, he
man.
won't be doing that.
Nah, man.
Like, no one would ever do that.
When you lot get Dr.
Even
Umar
Christy
on,
wouldn't do that, you know.
no, even when Dr. Umar comes on,
Dr. Umar said that when he meets people, because he said that sometimes people meet him and they feel like they have to come and explain their family chain before he's even said anything to them. So they always feel compelled to come and be like, and he was like, I would never disrespect your partner.
Yeah.
I would never disrespect you. He was like, I meet your partner and I say hello to them, I ask how are you, like how are you? He was like, I would never ever do that. Like he was like, he talks about what he educates and what he educates on, but he wouldn't put someone down for it. He wouldn't judge you on it. Like he wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, you're a disgrace. Like, so do you get what I mean? So I think sometimes like, yeah, man, people wouldn't do those things. But anyways, go where the love is.
Yeah.
I think this needs to be a topic of conversation. You know.
Go where the love is.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You said it. You said 100%.
Whoa.
No.
I stopped
This
short.
said
I
it.
stopped short.
This needs to be a topic of
That's not-
conversation.
said
you
it.
know.
went too
We
far.
really need to do.
He said
Go
it.
where the
You
love
went
is.
too far.
Go where the love is.
No, Brent.
I would hate.
Brent.
Come again.
We really need
You
to
guys
delve
already
into this
agreed.
topic. That's what we do.
Yeah, for
We
real.
do. No, we really do. To what this go where the love is really means. I feel like we really need to delve
I'm
into
telling
this
him to go
topic.
where the love is. The love is between two black women. What are you not talking about? Anyway, do you know what? Yeah, you guys are single-handedly you guys are rewriting what this platform stands for, and I have to start questioning my alliance because this is wild.
No, but
Oh, man.
you represent the Your love is my love. That's what you represent.
You can't share. Don't talk to me again. So you dare.
That's what you represent.
Somebody has to.
Yeah, exactly. But
gosh, y'all look so strict
we're
over there.
different facets of people.
And there has to be.
Sorry.
No one can tell me I'm not pro-black. Why'd you guys laugh? You pieces of shit. Why did you not laugh? Anyway.
She said it's not got a white print up there.
You see? Men who read Dilemma, no one can shame me about not being pro-black, okay? That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Man. Yes.
That's that on that. Let's get into our last headline for today.
All right, people. For the first time, this might be the first time ever on TDA. Yeah, this next headline is fake, but I have to read it because it's been published, so I'm gonna read it. But guys, it is fake. Apparently, research suggests that eating a vegan diet may reduce a person's biological age. So this is fake because vegan diets are the best for you guys. Yes.
I was allergic to vegan food.
Impossible.
Well.
Man, you're not the good poster child for vegan, you know.
Why?
Veganism. I'm sorry.
Well,
you're not the good poster child.
Your friend said you're not a healthy vegan.
Who said that?
Chike.
Chike didn't say that.
He did.
No.
I don't know. I don't speak to Chike. So that means that's Brent's source. I've got a different source. So that means there's a conspiracy.
Ramsey.
Ramsey wouldn't say that.
I'm not going to say who it is.
He did. He also did say that.
It was a pro-Palestine.
He did.
Individual.
Yeah, he said that you're not doing it right.
Yeah, saying you
everyone go to McDonald's.
You know what? I've had enough. I'm done. I'm done. That's what I am. I'm done. I'm done. Psst.
Even you're sick, people. As well. It's hard. Like a spirit just
It was
jumped
so
out.
quick. Like you're going to McDonald's. You plan to go to McDonald's after the show. That's what it was giving.
Mate.
Bloody hell, mate.
Purely entertainment, guys. Man. Purely entertainment, guys. But yeah, apparently this study found that after 8 weeks of a plant-based diet, there were also decreases in the age of the heart, hormones, liver, and inflammatory and metabolic systems. However, these changes were not seen in those whose diet included meat, eggs, and dairy. This is definitely a biased headline. Anyway, those who ate a vegan diet also lost more than 2 kilograms on average than those who did not, due to them consuming 200 fewer calories through the meals provided during the initial 4 weeks of the study. According to the experts, the weight loss could have contributed to the observed differences in biological age between the both groups. Makes sense. Some experts suggest that long-term, a vegan diet may result in nutritional deficiencies and may not suit all ages, while others say that the differences could have been down to the weight loss. Of course, guys, just a little additional thing. If you are being plant-based, fully plant-based, vegan, get yourself B12 supplements. Everyone really should have B12 supplements, but especially if you're plant-based. Next headline. Reuters reports that Hamas accused the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Monday of obstructing a ceasefire in Gaza by adding new conditions and demands to a US-backed truce proposal after the latest talks through mediators. The Palestinian Islamist group announced that it had received the latest response from Israel following talks in Rome involving Israel, the United States, Egypt, and Qatar. Netanyahu's office declined to comment on the latest Hamas accusations, and Israel says that Hamas is blocking the truce deal. Hamas said in a statement on Monday that it's clear from what the mediators have conveyed that Netanyahu has returned to his strategy of procrastination, evasion, and avoiding reaching an agreement by setting new conditions and demands. The Islamist faction accused Netanyahu of backing away from a proposal previously put forward by mediators, which it said was based on an Israeli idea. And the last headline, a UK aide to one of Vladimir Putin's closest oligarchs has agreed to forfeit more than £750,000 after a 2-year investigation into sanctions dodging. Cash belonging to Peter Avin, who's a tycoon closely linked to Russia's president for more than 3 decades, had previously been frozen in 2022, shortly after the businessman was sanctioned by the UK for supporting the Kremlin in the wake of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Attempts to move funds and use them for the benefit of the Russian billionaire was in breach of the sanctions law, which is what the NCA have alleged, the NCA National Crime Agency. Some of the cash paid the salaries to more than 20 members of Avon's household staff, while the oligarch is said to have benefited from the proceeds from a sale of a Bentley Bentayga worth £160,000 in late March 2022. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the headlines. It's time to pay them bills.
Nice, let's get into the reaction.
All right, people, welcome to the reaction. Not much to talk about, just wanted to give you guys, I guess, a bit of an update on the Paris Olympics. It's day 4. And apparently, according to the headlines, it's promising more excitement, man, with numerous medal events, including triathlon, gymnastics, fencing, judo, rugby, shooting, surfing, swimming, and table tennis. The men's triathlon, though, has been postponed due to polluted water in the River Seine. Seine River, yeah, with water quality levels exceeding acceptable limits for the scheduled race. Team GB aims to build on its historical success in rowing, with both the women's and men's single and double sculls competing, whilst the gymnasts Becky Downey, Alice Kinsella, Georgia Fenton, Ruby Evans, and Abby Martin are basically striving for gold in the women's team final against a formidable US team, which has been led by the legendary Simone Biles. Andy Murray as well, and Dan Evans, they return to tennis. And in the pool, Britain are trying to defend their 4x200 meters freestyle relay gold. Like I said, also there was a postponement of the triathlon, the men's triathlon. That's caused some uncertainty for athletes, but the race has been rescheduled for tomorrow morning if the water quality improves. Other highlights of the day include artistic, gymnastics, judo, like I said, rugby, sevens, surfing, swimming events, and yeah, man, Team GB athletes are all going to be competing for medals. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the headlines. Oh, actually, there's one other thing, actually. Arsenal made a signing. Ben, you hear about that?
Calafiori.
That's
I said
the
it
guy.
yesterday.
Oh, you said it? Okay. All right. Yes. Yeah, they completed it now. We're at 42 million from Bologna.
And we've also sold Emil Smith Rowe to Fulham.
Oh, what hasn't gone? Sold?
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
man.
money for him as well.
Oh, serious?
This is wild.
Okay.
It's like the slave masters used to talk. Say good money. I got good money for that one.
But yes. All right, then. I guess we're done, man.
Wonderful.
Let's go into
Wrap up.
All right, people. So today was a good show, man. Thank you, Christy, for coming in.
Thank you for having me, guys, again.
Had a fantastic discussion. Topic of the day was about, is it ever irresponsible to tell the truth? How important is timing? And we saw that many times today in the show.
Boy.
Obviously, we spoke about the arrest warrant, which has been issued by Tommy Robinson, who apparently has fled the country. Also, we spoke about Huw Edwards, man, who's been charged with making indecent images of children. Crazy. There's a lot of crazy stuff that's going on with that. On Wednesday, he will be in court. So we'll obviously keep you updated on that. We spoke about the 8 Bury police officers who were suspended over racism accusations, and also how the High Court has ruled that emergency ban on puberty blockers, which were introduced by the Tories, was actually lawful. Obviously, people are trying to campaign against that. The lady, HMP Wandsworth prison officer who was filmed having sex with the inmate, she's pled guilty to misconduct. We'll give you more information on that. And of course, we had a wonderful asking for a friend by our good brother who shall remain nameless, but appreciate the
Big up you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, big up you 100%. And yeah, man, we've got, for the first time in history, a fake headline about vegan diets not being good.
So is this officially fake or is this one of your facts?
You're
and then
labeling
it's-
this fake.
Yeah, I'm labeling it.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's an E-man fact, so you know what that means. Shit is true. It's true as heck.
Hey, you man gets taken down by veganism every 3 to 5 day business
Bro,
working days.
This
This is
is
a
still
lie.
coughing.
This is a
He didn't even
lie.
come from the last one.
This is a lie.
He's still
I'm the most
coughing.
healthy person in
Okay,
here.
go and laugh then. Laugh without coughing.
That's not fair.
not taking him down.
It's the white man.
Yeah,
God damn it. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes, follow us on socials, The Day After TNB, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and on Discord. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel as well. What else is there? Have you done the channel for Daryl's?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, if you guys go on Discord, hopefully later today, you'll be able to let us know, register your interest for the walk. Well, not a walk, is it? What is it?
It's a tour.
It's a tour, that's the word.
Slave trade, money
Field
train.
trip.
Yes, basically,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a
man.
field trip. That'd be lit.
It's going to be
actually.
amazing. Believe me, it's going to be amazing,
That's
man.
going to be fun.
Don't miss out on this, people.
Don't miss out on it. All right, guys. See you later. Bye.
You get to talk to Emmanuel all day, get to talk to Brent all day, get to talk to Esther. No, get to talk to.
It depends who's talking, child.
Who no talking shades on.
Okay. It depends who's talking. Some of you, I don't want to hear from you a word.
I
But
can't make it, man.
Aw.
I'm away.
Oh. God damn it.
I would have been talking.
You're leading the charge. But no, it will be fun. It sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, we had Daryl here. I love Daryl. I have all the time in the world for Daryl and everything Daryl's doing. So
Yep.
it'll be lit. So we'll see you guys back here tomorrow.
Street.
Bye.
Peace.